Hello and welcome to Taste Testing. Today's game we are going to try out for for the first time is Rogue Trader. I last played this for around 11 hours, so basically nowhere in the game, and it was right before a PoE League launched, and I was like, oh man, this game's fun, but you know what would be even more fun? So I'm going to try out Rogue Trader. The settings menu is quite impressive and long. So you have quite a lot of things here. Auto pause, turn-based mode. Then you have like mouse settings and your key bindings. Lots of graphic settings, which is nice. I have VSync on because for some reason my game always tears. Then shadows, midtones. It's quite impressive, the menus here. Okay. So, with that being said, let's jump into a new game. By clicking accept, confirm you have read and agreed to the terms of... I didn't. Okay, main story. Take up the mantle of a rogue trader, the scion of an ancient dynasty of daring privateers that reign over their trade protectorate and explore the fringes of the known galaxy. Darkness looms over the bloodline of Von Valnicius as it faces multiple threats, from within its own ranks and without, as countless enemies seek to destroy the most daring and brave agents of humanity. It is up to you to hold the reins of this shattered protectorate and forge a new path for the Von Valnicius dynasty, currently finding itself in a vortex of wars, intrigues, calamities, and heresy. The stakes are high, and rise even higher as you cross paths with terrifyingly powerful and ambitious adversaries in the darkness of the Coronus Expanse. We're gonna go with normal mode. I don't know anything about the Dark Heresy 2E rule set, really, so changing any of this stuff would be only to my detriment. This puts everything at normal, though. Like, it evens out everything. Damage dealt to player's party after subtracting all modifiers. Okay, that's lame. No, we're going daring. I don't want to be given a handicap because I don't know how to play the game. What the hell? Choosing this difficulty is not recommended for players. Yeah, okay, that's fine. I can learn. I'm a smart guy. Okay, so it wants me to choose one of those. Warrior. Yeah, let's just make our own. Why not? Okay, we're gonna be a dude. Wow, that's a strong custom picture there. That's cool too. Definitely not that. Nor that. He looks like a YouTuber. That's pretty cool. That one right there. Oh, that's pretty cool too. Whoa. Oh no, we're not doing anything related to psychic nature warp shenanigans. Let's go with the first one. Okay, face is currently 3. 10 looks good. Yeah, number 1. Pale as a ghost, please. Thank you. Yep. The hair's fine. Let's turn it brown. Is that brown? That's probably the best brown. Eyes. His eyes are kind of dead, you know? Oh, that was eyebrows, not eyes. I'm hilarious. Eyebrows, that's fine. You can be bushy. Beard. We're not gonna follow the, custom portrait for that beard, I think. Why is this guy smiling? Why are you smiling, sir? There we go. Okay, we'll just go back to 3. I don't want him smiling. You can't be happy in this world. You can fix her? Okay, Sniper, I want to watch you fix her then. Because I don't think it can be done. That's a good beard. Sort of like similar. Just doesn't have the... This would be closer if he had like actually grew out his beard. Yeah, we'll go with this one. Beard color is correct. Where's the eyes? Beard, eyebrow, hair. Tattoos. Do we want anything signifying our allegiance to the Empire? The Imperium of Man? Nah. Scars? Sure, that looks cool. I am a combat veteran. Yeah. Augmentations. No. I don't think so. Metal jaw? Jeez. No, pass.
Something of interest. Stay faithful, and you will be rewarded.
Keep your wits about.
I don't need luck. I have strategy.
Through chaos, I stride.
Death's hand reaches for me. Time for a round of space regicide!
Whoa! Okay. We're not going to be heretical, I think, and... or mad.
To arms!
I really like this voice.
The best defense is a good offense.
Heresy grows from idleness.
These two voices are, like, really good.
The Emperor gave me a vision. Deliver their demise.
Lance batteries, volley! Engage the engines.
Well, let's go with pragmatic for now. Maybe, our class will make us change the voice type. So our homeworld. Death World. On Death Worlds, the planet's beasts, sometimes even the environment itself, take aggressive and destructive forms inimical to human life. Whilst exceptionally difficult to colonize, many Death Worlds possess valuable resources that require outposts or other human presence. Okay, so they're literally a world that will just kill life. Okay. Survival instincts. Once per combat, when the wounds of a Death World character drop below 30%, they gain plus 20% of their maximum wounds as temporary wounds. I'm guessing that's health? Yes, which is dependent on toughness. Okay. So you get... This is like the... warrior homeworld, I guess? Death Roll, gain plus 15 crit against bleeding targets. Death Roll characters gain plus 10% to critical chances for axes, hammers, and las weapons. Every injury increases the Death Roll character's ability, agility, and willpower. Every trauma counts as 3 injuries. Lifetime scars. Suffer minus toughness bonus, less damage from fire, toxic damage, and bleeding. Once per combat, when a Death World character suffers the stunned, blind, or mobilized effect, this effect is ignored and they instead gain plus 20% of their maximum wounds as temporary wounds. Oh hell, I don't know if I can read everything. Voidborn are humans birthed in the belly of a void vessel or born. Okay, so born on a vessel. Good enough. Voidborn character can reroll any failed attack. Okay, so lucky feat from D&D. Okay. Plus 5 willpower, plus 5 intelligence, minus 5 strength. Bloody mess. Anytime a Voidborn character scores a critical hit, double the damage. Oh. Whoa. Contagious Luck, using a non-damaging ability on an ally, grants that ally the ability to reroll any failed attack. Dodge, parry, characteristic, or skill test with a 20% chance of success for 1 round. This chance cannot be greater than the base success chance of the roll. Using a non-damaging ability on an enemy grants them a 20% chance to fail a successful dodge or parry test against... Okay. The Voidborn character has a 20% chance to survive after suffering lethal damage. Okay. Well, a Voidborn character has more than 50% wounds, all chances... Okay, so it's all, like, luck-based. Hive World, think of, like, Coruscant, basically. That sort of planet. The Hive World's population is so dense that great swaths of the surface of the world are frequently covered in gargantuan cities, bejeweled with towering spires that pierce the atmosphere. Hive Worlds are vital to the welfare of the Imperium and are the beating heart of its economy and war machine. They produce munitions for the Empire's armies and vast manufactories, mine valuable minerals, and refine fuel for the Imperial Navy. Innumerable regiments of the Astra Militarum are raised from their massive populations. Strength in numbers. Hive World characters gain plus 1 plus fellowship bonus divided by 2, resolve. If there are 3 or more creatures, allies or enemies in a 3-cell radius, yet they suffer a minus 2 penalty to resolve with no creatures. Okay, this is the I wanna be near all my friends or all my enemies character. Camaraderie. Hive World characters can pass willpower resistance tests using fellowship value instead. Okay. Hive World character has melee superiority against the enemy. The effect is increased by plus 10 if the enemy has melee superiority minus 10. Okay. Melee superiority. In melee combat, any target surrounded by more allies... Okay, so surrounded. If you're surrounded. All ranged weapons dealing physical damage have plus 1 damage, plus 5% armor pen, plus 1 rate of fire, and minus 5 to recoil. Okay, that's pretty good. The Hive World character starts their turn adjacent to an ally. That Hive World character gains 2 movement points. Yep, 2 movement points. If a Hive World character ends their turn adjacent to allies, they all gain plus 2 MP on their next turn. Fresh start. Hive World characters gain a plus 50% bonus to dodge against the first attack of opportunity. Forge Worlds. Forge Worlds are the domain of the Adeptus Mechanicus. Entire planets ceded to the demands of vast macro industries. Each is a manufacturing super complex of unimaginable capacity and power. Over the millennia, different Forge Worlds have become especially renowned for their philosophies or ways of war. These are often colored by the technologies they specialize in manufacturing. The bulk of a Forge World's population is utilized as labor force, while the fortunate few may be inducted into the ranks of the Adeptus Mechanicus itself. Forged for a purpose. Forge World characters choose one augmentation system from the following list. Subskin, armor. Toughness bonus, locomotion system grants agility, movement points, and dodge percent, and critical hit. They get +5 intelligence, toughness, fellowship, okay. Pinnacle of Weaponry. First attack in combat with any plasma, melta, or power weapons deals additional damage equal to int bonus. Int? Okay. Forge World characters gain plus toughness bonus deflection against the burning effect and flame weapons. Steal the Forge. While wearing heavy armor, Forge World characters gain +1 MPU, +1 deflection, cannot fall prone. Persistence of the Forge. Forge World characters gain a stacking 10% bonus to crit, hit chance, and dodge reduction against any target they hit with a single target attack. Successful critical hits from single target attacks increase the hit chance and dodge reduction by +20%. Calculated relations. Forge World characters can use persuasion, coercion, and commerce based on intelligence instead of fellowship. Okay. Imperial World. An Imperial World is one of a million planets united by the belief in the immortal God Emperor. Hailing from hyper-technological societies to grimy feudal populations, the inhabitants of countless worlds offer fealty and devotion to the master of humanity in the imperial creed espoused by his servants. The designation Imperial World encompasses a vast array of wholly dissimilar worlds that are, nevertheless, a part of the Imperium. Humanity's finest. Imperial World characters can select any characteristic except for weapon skill or ballistic skill and add a +10. Ready to serve. When an Imperial World character is affected by an ally's non-damaging ability or affects an ally with such an ability, their resolve is increased by a fellowship bonus divided by 2 for 1 round. Better to die for the Emperor. Whilst under 40% wounds, Imperial World characters gain a +10 bonus to all characteristics and +2 to resolve. Doing my part, if no other character in the current party has the same archetype as this character, the first archetype ability used in each combat by this character costs 1 less action point? Okay. No heresy. Imperial World characters gain +10% critical hit chance and 10% armor against Xenos or demonic why am I saying entities? Creatures. Their allies gain half the bonus of no heresy. However, Imperial World characters lore Xenos and lore Warp are always 0. Stronger together. All allies, excluding Xenos in the current party, gain +5 to the same characteristic as was chosen for humanity's finest. Okay, and the last one, Fortress World. Fortress Worlds are planets where the entire populace is immersed in warfare. They constantly train for the day that they may be called upon to defend the Imperium, a charge they solemnly uphold. Fortress Worlds are established as bulwarks against the enemy. Every citizen is a soldier, trained to fight from the moment they can handle a weapon. Give me 1 second. Need to drink some hot coffee for my gullet. Never stop shooting. Each time a Fortress World character kills an enemy, they gain +10 stacks of never stop shooting. At the start of their turn, there is a stacks of never stop shooting % chance that the first attack this round will cost 0 AP. Oh! Okay. When it triggers, all stacks are lost. Okay, that's cool. Perception, willpower, fellowship. Combat Addict. Fortress World characters gain +7 to ballistic skill, perception, and willpower while in combat. Yet, while out of combat, their intelligence, fellowship, are decreased by 7. Okay, so they're like You choose this if you only do combat, basically. Each round, Fortress World characters gain stacking plus bonus to dodge. Yeah, okay. It's the combat world. At the end of their turn, Fortress World characters gain stacks and never stop shooting, equal to half the minimal damage of the most damaging ranged weapon. Spare mag. Fortress World characters first reload in combat cost 0 AP. Reloading a weapon grants additional never stop shooting. Never stop believing. When all stacks of never stop shooting should be lost. Okay. So, with all that being read, I think Imperial World sounds like the best. It's like the generic human. Imperial World. I don't know which one to increase. We'll probably change this later, so let's go with Fellowship. Origin. We're not doing Psyker. That's evil. Astra Militarum Commander is like military commander? I believe so. Oh gosh. Okay. Regimental Tactics, Astra... +5 bonus to ballistic, perception, athletics, Medicae? Oh, okay. Medicine. Perception, Medicae. Commissar is Master Military. They use one of the faithful, a living symbol of Imperium authority. Okay. At all costs. Duty and honor, show them contempt, motivation, summary execution. So this is the fellowship, coercion. So, okay. Persuasion, crime lord, perception, awareness, logic. That sounds evil. Don't look at it. Ministorum priest. Okay, we're not a priest. We don't need to worry about this. We're not going to be a priest. Navy officer, responsible for fleets of void ships. Agility, fellowship, commerce, demolition. Okay. Noble, you serve me. Signs one ally who will become their servant. Okay. Intelligence, fellowship, coercion, persuasion. What? You do something. You protect me. You go on. You kill it. You are next. Psyker, yeah, we're not gonna do this evil warp stuff. So let's go with Commissar for now. Apex of Brilliance. Coercion, demolition. Probably coercion, since that would give me like plus 20. Wait a second. Maybe I want to go with perception. Medicae is healing. Increases the number of wounds restored by medkits. I'm not a healer. Weapon skill, fellowship. Agility. High agility allows a character to manipulate delicate explosives with finesse or to keep their shooting. Improves the character's initiative, dodge chance, reaction. Character uses a melee weapon. Huh. Is there like strength skill? Hold on. It'd probably just be generic weapon skill, yeah? Yeah. So if we're looking for weapon skill, it'd be Commissar or Crime Lord. Maybe we use a gun instead of being on the front lines with a big sword for once. So if we're looking at ballistic skill, then be probably Astra Militarum, right? He has the ballistic skill. Yeah, he has the ballistic skill, he has perception, but he gains Medicae. After Origin Advancement. So, probably Perception. Affects the awareness skill and reduces enemy dodge chance. Yeah. So this is like gun class. Or gun origin, I guess. Lore Imperium. Athletics. Affected by strength. Ability to traverse difficult terrain. Yeah, I'm really good with my words. Sure, man. Then let's put agility for this. Well, characters plus a 10 bonus to weapon skill or ballistic skill. Okay. Affects awareness skill. What's the awareness skill? Awareness allows a character to notice traps, cleverly hidden objects, secret passages, and unusual, suspicious elements. Strength is damage a character inflicts with melee. Yeah, okay, so let's go with perception for now. Then let's go with persuasion, because we're commander. Our darkest hour, so this is our minus. Let's go with Medicae, because we have +5 there, then as we advance our origin, we'll get +10. So that will cancel that out. Archetypes, okay! Exemplar, I guess everyone goes here? Okay, that's too much information. Oh, and only certain guys can advance into things. Okay. Huh. Warriors are combatants boasting exceptional melee prowess, capable of dealing high damage at close quarters combat, and withstanding heavy amounts of damage. Okay, so they are the... I attack with sword, I take damage. Officers use their willpower and fellowship to improve the combat so support unit. This is support. Okay. Operative uses intelligence and perception to find and exploit weakness in the enemy's defenses. None can withstand an attack from an operative. So, sniper? Yeah, I think this is sniper. Soldiers, master of all ranged weapons, capable, able to assume an advantage position. Well, so this is like, I'm good at combat. I do a lot. So melee, sniper, mid-range, support. Okay. Can I see the next tier? Archmilitant is formidable master of warfare, able to blend various weapons styles mid-combat, be it melee or ranged. Grand Strategist, increase battle effectiveness of their party. Okay, so buffer, master tactician. Using their leadership and combat prowess, master tacticians are able to harness the momentum of their party to enhance combat. Okay. Bounty Hunter. Bounty Hunters are methodical killers who leave trails of dead bodies in their way. Bounty Hunter chooses their next target before the previous one. Okay. Vanguard. An unstoppable force on the front line and a beacon for all allies. Okay, so a tank. Okay. Finally, something I can understand easily. An assassin. Assassins are masters at identifying the slightest and... Okay, so... damage. damage, tank, damage, support, support, damage. Okay. Simple brain can understand that. So I think we want to go into damage. So intelligence and perception. Okay, if we're doing that, then we have to change some things back here. So we chose the fellowship one. We want intelligence and perception. Forge world, voidborn willpower, no. Perception. Fortress world. But then that would screw us on everything else. No, I can't go Fortress World. Okay, probably Imperial World's the best here then. Then let's go Intelligence. Characters deal 5% more damage with non-burst ranged area attacks. Wait, area attacks? Versus Perception, which is... Yeah, okay, no. I think we want Perception if we're going like a sniper. So Ballistic and Perception. Is there anything else that can beat that? Weapon skill Perception? We want Ballistic skill, yeah? Agility? Agility might be good. No, it seems like Astra Militarum Commander's the best. We're going Persuasion. Yeah, Persuasion. Medicaid, that's fine. Operative, okay. Will be a sniper. Okay, the next part. So we want, it's recommending intelligence and perception. Okay, let's put up perception. Perception, intelligence. Oh, okay, well, intelligence max. Oh, I can only upgrade things twice. I see. That should be good, yeah? I have no clue. Let's hope this is good. Frigate. I like the sword class. It looks the best. Two nice massive guns on the side. This is like a storage ship, I think, because of the boxes there. Firestorm. This is like, we are the gun. Gun on front, two cannons on the side, guns on the sides. Yeah, damn. I think sword class is like iconic Warhammer though, right? Has the little cathedral sort of look. Oh, this does too. 3 engines versus 2. Maybe we should look at the stats. So, dimensions, 1.6 kilometers in length, 0.6 kilometers of beam at the fence. Okay, so it's an arrow ship. Oh, this as well? 6 tons, 6 tons, estimated number of souls. Oh, the sword class has more people aboard. Proven in 1,000 battles, combining decent firepower, high speed. This is... is a modification of the sword class. Oh. Designed to deliver fire strikes against larger enemy ships, not shying away from engagements. Sword or Firestorm? We're definitely skipping the Falchion. Yeah. Cargo ship. Yeah, let's just go with the classic, man. Classic Warhammer. Name. Let's generate something cool. Daring Destiny. Destiny Hunter. Mercy of the Stars. Charbdis. Invictum Erebus. Seeker's Haven. Apex Predator. Atonement of the Abyss. Well, that sounds kinda cool. Okay, I'm gonna go with that. Rogue Trader? Nah. Medvia. That's me. I'm an operative Astro Militarum commander who analyzes my enemy. And I'm gonna use a gun. Oh yeah. Yep, ballistic skill. I'm sure we'll get a character that we can make into like a big sword guy. Please give me a break on the reading. Have voice acting. Please.
An excellent place for contemplation. One has the best view of the cathedral from here. Mesmerizing, wouldn't you say? An impeccable manifestation of the God Emperor's sublimity.
Thank God there's voice acting. You are in a dialogue. Here you can learn more about current events, influence the character you are speaking to, or even alter the course of the game's narrative. Your character's personal story depends on the dialogue choices you make! Oh no! Okay. Truly an awe-inspiring sight. Frankly, such excess can be tiring at times. All this ostentatious luxury, this laughable pretense, it's enough to make one think that the architects meant to compensate rather than glorify. Have we met? Do you have a reason you're disturbing me? Alright, so we are a Militarum commander. We wouldn't just say this off the gate. We're not an asshole. Well, we could be an asshole. I'll just go like straight to business. Do you have a particular reason for disturbing me?
My apologies. I did not seek you out to pester you with unwanted attention. Allow me to introduce myself. Kunrad Voitvir, Master of Whispers, in the employ of Her Ladyship Rogue Trader Theodora von Valencias. At your service. I haven't had the pleasure of speaking with you in person before.
Rogue Trader, a subject of the Imperium with a unique hereditary title. a rogue trader is tasked with exploring and exploiting the still uncharted regions of the galaxy for the benefit of mankind. Oh, that sounds awesome. Can hover over highlighted words to learn more about them. Yep, just like in the other games from Alcat. Okay, Lieutenant General Medvia Scipio Gurmald, commander of the 8th Army of the Scanthian Janissaries.
My regards, Lieutenant General. The Astra Militarum is the hammer of the God Emperor, isn't that what they say? Well, it is likely that fate will give you ample opportunity to demonstrate your talents as a commander. I will be frank with you. You may forget your past titles, no matter who gave them to you, or what their origins are. From the moment you and the other candidate were brought aboard this void ship, your fate changed. You now serve Lord Captain Theodora von Valencias, and carry the burden of an heir of this house. Henceforth, you share your dynastic name with her ladyship. Bear it with honor.
Lord Captain, a strange title for Lady Theodora. Why am I aboard this vessel? Why have I been brought here? You have a curious title. Master of Whispers. Tell me about the ones. You say I'm one of the rogue trader's heirs. Okay, let's start with number 1.
Such are the traditions of the Imperium. Lord Captain is the title that was established in the annals of the Lex Imperialis, at the time when the first rogue traders entered the God Emperor's service. And therefore, it is sacrosanct.
Okay. Why am I aboard this vessel? Why have you brought me here? Why have I been brought here? No, I know this. I'm the heir. Don't be stupid. You have a curious title, Master of Whispers. What are your responsibilities?
To put it plainly, I am the head of the network of spies and informers who serve the interests of House von Valencias. I uncover weak links both among Lady Theodora's retinue and in the ranks of her rivals. I eliminate our vulnerabilities and exploit those of others.
Tell me about the one on whose ship I have found myself.
I would rather not discuss the Lord Captain behind her back, especially not on board her ship. No one knows better than I that whispers are wont to attract particularly close attention. Suffice it to say that her ladyship is the bearer of the sacred warrant of trade and a woman of immense power and entitlement. However privileged your position may be, I ask that you do not incur her anger by being disrespectful or obtuse. Lady Theodora despises both qualities.
Okay. Why am I on this ship? I mean, he's just gonna tell us we're there, right?
So that you may fulfill your blood duty. Whatever obligations you had before, they are henceforth null and void. By order of the Lord Captain, you have been requisitioned to serve the rogue trader, indeed blessed by the God Emperor. I see that you are shocked. Yes, you understood correctly. Lady Theodora's authority indeed supersedes that of those whom you obeyed before. The Lord Captain's power is so great that she is capable of performing unthinkable feats, such as changing the fate of a servant of the Imperium. Your fate.
Okay, you say I'm one of the rogue trader's heirs, so there's another candidate. I assume you had some goal in mind when you decided to seek me out. Let us address it.
But of course, I have come to invite you to a meeting with Lady Theodora. I imagine you have many questions for your patroness, and I'm sure she has just as many questions for you. It is regrettable that you haven't yet had an opportunity to speak. It has been an arduous voyage thus far. The Lord Captain and Master Ethelthrad von Valencias are conversing on the observation platform. Let us join them there.
Okay. Movement, Move your character by clicking the left mouse button on a spot on the screen. A symbol will appear. Change your point of view. Okay.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Holding right click is formation. Okay. Some objects in the game can be interacted in a special way. They're marked with actions. Click left mouse. Okay. Hold tab to highlight.
Keep your wits about you.
Sacred mechanisms have been interfaced with this. Data processing. Incomprehensible information is displayed on the screen. Okay.
I always keep my options open.
Massive conference table. Real wood. Oh my god. If I see you raise your head again, I'll hand you over to the tech priest for servitorization.
I always have a backup plan.
May his will strengthen my heart. May my humble deeds be for the benefit of humanity. Candlelit altar with a copy of the 2348th volume of the Lex Imperialis, the Codex of the Sacred Laws of the
Is there
Imperium.
money to be made?
Jesus Christ.
One of the Von Valencia's trophy rooms. Perhaps you would like to take
Yo,
a
it's a
look
tank!
around after your audience with the Lord Captain.
Oh no!
Run! The servitors have gone berserk!
Yeah, shoot him with your lasers.
No mercy to those who oppose Von Valancius!
You've been ambushed. To survive in the grim darkness of the far future, you will have to face enemies of all kinds and fight for your life. These hints and tutorials will familiarize you with the combat system. Okay. Med via shoot. Shoot and don't let them get close. Oh, turn order over here. Oh no! Oh no! All battles in the game are turn-based and take place on a grid. On their turn, a character can move, attack, and use their abilities. Okay. Movement points are determined how far a character can move. Okay. Diagonal is more expensive. Note that once a character starts moving, this action can no longer be cancelled. I see.
I refuse.
Oh, what? I pressed 2? Oh, I have to shift 2, I see.
Who, if not me? I'll see to it personally.
I missed. Your character is just missed. Increase your hit chance, equipped with a better weapon, place on a vantage point. Abilities and talents that improve the weapon skill characteristic will help you. Improve marksmanship, learn talents that increase perception and ballistic. Damn, bro, I actually built my character for perception and ballistic skill, and I still missed the first shot of the game. Oh boy. Oh no!
It's
So
as good as
we're
done.
exploiting him. What's that do exactly? Operative inflicts +1 stack of exploit. If the operative hits a target with the exploit stack, the attack deals plus 5 times perception bonus percentage more damage. Okay, that's pretty good. So always want to exploit. Gotcha, gotcha.
I'll see
Hit
to
him.
it personally.
Alright, lovely. We hit. Can no longer move. I have a really bad revolver. Okay. Everyone is dying. Ah, so when I fire, I also lose my movement. I understand. And I have a pretty far fire range, so let's move over here.
Taking calculated risk is my second nature.
To make attacks and use abilities in combat, must spend action points. Yep, I understand that. Single shot. Yep. I've done all that. Certain abilities in the game are considered attack actions, can only be used once per turn unless affected by talents. Okay. Oh. I missed. Man, I am missing a lot. Oh, he dodged. Attack denial.
Of the Imperium!
What suspiciously poor timing for such an accident. Servitors malfunction on the officer's deck at exactly the same moment when the rogue trader and her heirs are gathered here. I have blocked all passages between the upper and lower sectors of the residential decks. If this is a deliberate attack, it should stop the culprits from advancing their plan.
Without taking his eyes off the bodies on the floor, Vaudegever removes the Voxcaster from his belt and speaks a few quick orders. Okay. Attack denial. Characters with melee weapons block adjacent enemies' ability to perform attacks with range. Okay. So if you're... it's like using a bow. If someone with a sword is next to you and you have a bow, you can't shoot your bow. That makes sense. Spread out. No one's allowed to enter the premises. Stations.
I'm afraid I must remain here. For Lady Theodora's safety, I have to oversee the execution of these orders personally. I hope you will have no difficulty reaching the observation platform on your own. It is just at the end of this corridor.
Okay. Sure thing. Can open the map with M. Hello. We are M. And we can move our camera like that. Okay. Servitor's head or smoldering. Malfunction. Tarantula sentry gun constructed with the blessing of the Adeptus Mechanicus. Looks like a anti-air gun. The Lemon Rust battle tank, reclaimed and restored by the grace of the God Emperor. The first to breach the capital walls during the pacification of Ortez Chitin. No clue what that means, but okay.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
A violet alloy which upon closer examination turns out to be a handcrafted object. Symbols carved with a primitive tool. Black shard resembling obsidian. If you look closely, you can discern a strange, barely perceptible
Let us
glow.
not dawdle.
Massive golden amalgam interspersed with sparkling particles. Stone on the pedestal is no doubt solid, but its surface shimmers and changes hue. Ooh, very cool. Strange object that resembles sea coral. Okay. A gray-green crystal with white veins. A low hum can be heard. Kyber crystal.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
The Grand Void Ship Temple occupies the entire space below the officer's deck and is lit by countless candles and lumens. Very cool. So I guess we have to go over there.
Keep your wits about you.
Oh.
That is simply irrational, Lady Theodora. Assimilation into the trade structure would be political and economic suicide. Practically an admission of heresy.
Then suggest an alternative that will satisfy me. I have described the situation. No worse than my seneschal could have done. Make a decision. What will you do with Ion 6, Edelthrad?
I'll listen in silence. I'm not one to break rank. Apparently she's my leader now.
While you are considering your answer, Edelthrad, I wish to speak with someone else. Perhaps I shall hear something more interesting than incoherent mumbling. Approach.
Okay.
What is this? Is this someone from your retinue, Theodora? Do you permit your people to interrupt your conversations in such a fashion?
This guy is definitely going to die because he doesn't have a portrait.
I give that permission to those with something of substance to say. Let us see if it was worth it. This is the second candidate for the title of my successor. Step forward.
Yes, at once. The rogue trader regards you with a look that is imperious, predatory, and oppressive.
Consider this hypothetical situation. Ion 6. A new world on the fringes of the Coronis expanse. High seismic activity, regular magma eruptions, metamorphic rock deposits, prospects for large-scale mining. The world is populated by natives who worship some heretical underworld spirits that protect those who offer them sacrifices. Flights of fancy, you might say, but attempts to install ore extractors have failed for the second time. The mining crews sent to the planet's surface simply vanished overnight. My question to you is, what would you do with this poisoned treasure?
Passive skill test. Your character's skills reflect their knowledge and capabilities. Some dialogue automatically initiate passive skill tests. If such a test succeeds, new information will be revealed or a hidden dialogue option will unlock. If your character is traveling with allies, the party members with the highest score, the applicable skill is selected. I love that. I wish every party game did that. Okay, so I get these two. Those two succeeded. Lore Xenos succeeded, which was plus 80 difficulty modifier, plus 40 skill value. I rolled a 65? Oh, I had a 100% chance, I guess? I don't know. Those spirits could well be the natives' name for dangerous aliens. I would first verify if that is indeed the case and the population of Aeon 6 engages in Xeno worship. There are ways to confirm whether what is happening on Aeon 6 is witchcraft or not. It might cost several psychers to do so, but it'll give us the answer. I've retained some connections in the Astrum Militarum. A few Imperial Guard regiments would take care of the natives, their spirits, and the magma. Solid fortifications have never let me down. There's reports of spirits certainly sound like evidence of heresy, however I would put my interests first. No matter what means I would have to use, the riches of Aeon 6 would be mine. I don't know. Aeon 6 must be purged. For the good of the Imperium, I shall exterminate the heretical beliefs and otherworldly powers. I'm inclined to go with one of these two since I've succeeded on the checks. I feel like this is my natural assumption. Because if they're primitive species that sacrifice things, it could just be aliens. Could just mobilize the Astra Militarum, but there's no guarantee this will work because I'm now a rogue trader heir, right? And I don't know their complete power structure. And she obviously has the power to pull me out of the Militarum, so that means I might have the power to mobilize the Militarum? I don't know. Evidence of heresy. I feel like... Let's see, Flight's Fancy might say, Soul simply vanished overnight. What would you do with this poisoned treasure? Natives who worship some heretical underworld spirits. Yeah, I'm going with the first one. Those spirits could well be natives' name for dangerous aliens.
Reasonable and prudent. However, chasing after ethereal creatures may prove a rather long and fruitless endeavor.
Apart from Xenos, an untrodden planet might be teeming with myriad horrors that are far more dangerous and difficult to eradicate. I suspect that you are simply unaware of their existence.
Okay. I gave a straight answer to a simple question, which, as I understand, was more than that you could do. Oh, yeah. Fuck you, Edelthrad. We are both servants of the God Emperor and Lady Theodora. Does it become any one of our status to engage in petty feuds? I find your tone most disagreeable, Edelthrad. You will kindly alter the manner in which you address me, or else you will live to regret the consequences. Shut your mouth, Edelthrad, before I decide to shut it for you. I'm gonna go with 1, because it's curt, and it's not too well, it's disrespectful, but like, oh man, I don't know. This is like, I'm going to punch you. I'm going to punch you. You're stupid. I answered the question. Why are we fighting? So, fuck you.
Insolent, ignorant upstart. How dare you?
The color drains from Edelthrad's face, which distorts his features.
Edelthrad, I believe I gave you an assignment on this ship. Explain to me then why my senior congregator is still dawdling about the officer's deck, instead of proceeding to the middle decks to commence the inspection of the compartments in his purview.
I beg your forgiveness, Lady Theodora. Your presence has such a profound effect on me that I well forgot the time.
Edelthrad bows ceremoniously and takes his leave without sparing you another look.
So, why are you here?
Was it not you who sent for me?
You have ceded the opening that was offered to you in a woeful display of meekness. Admittedly, this tendency is equally strong in all who toil in the Emperor's service. Immutable hierarchy, absolute obedience, lickspittlery, compulsion to please. I value none of these things. From the moment my envoys came for you, the terms of your existence changed.
What? So she wanted me to bulldoze over him? What the fuck?
My name is Theodora von Valancius Massimo of Scaris. I am a rogue trader in the service of the God Emperor of humanity. And my rights and freedoms are vindicated by a most sacred relic. The warrant of trade, kept aboard this very vessel. Mine is the honor to venture into the darkness, beyond the Imperium, and carry humanity's light where powers wicked and heretical reign, and bow death and ruin to us all. It is my decision alone to determine the fate of whatever I find past the bounds of the explored void. Every world I discover, along with all there is to find thereon, Resources, people, riches, and mysteries is mine by right. I command millions of lives, rule over numerous planets, and possess fortunes that no planetary governor or commander could dream of amassing. And you are one of those with Von Valancius blood in their veins and a rightful claim to this inheritance when the hour comes.
Okay. I'm ready to take on the sacred purpose.
Oh yes, you would be, wouldn't you? The question is, am I ready to choose you over the rest?
Probably not.
You came aboard hours before the warp jump, and have not yet distinguished yourself in any way. As things currently stand, I have doubts that you are suitable for the role of rogue trader.
I mean, that's fair, you know. I don't think I'm suitable either, to be fair.
Blood right alone is not enough to earn the high honor of becoming the bearer of a warrant of trade. Nonetheless, your abilities and talents may yet prove useful. If not for the role of Lord Captain, then for that of their closest ally. Alas, even those responsibilities can at times be too challenging for those who share your blood. Kunrad Voitvir served me for many years before he made his mistake.
Did I hear you correctly? The Master of Whispers is related to you.
His kinship to me is most distant, as is yours. Nonetheless, he does bear the name Von Valancius, even if he avoids using it publicly, and as such, strictly speaking, can be considered my heir. That door, however, is closed to him. Voitvir's performance in his current role is satisfactory. Or it used to be, at least.
Well, no, does that mean there are more heirs?
Naturally. Some have yet to arrive on board, but you have had the pleasure of meeting one of them. Edelthrad may be somewhat disconcerted by the scale of the responsibilities that may potentially fall upon his shoulders. However, I have a good feeling about him as a candidate.
If you're satisfied with Edelthrad, then what sense is there in having this conversation? Why are you wasting your time on me? Why did you make me lose my rank in the Astra Militarum? I was a lieutenant general. Damn you!
Impatience. I am rather fond of impatient people. They are not as quick to resign themselves to circumstance and more eager to show initiative. Even if I do choose Edelthrad as my successor, I will still require loyal advisors. The skills and knowledge you acquired in your former life may prove invaluable here, in the Coronis Expanse. Service in the Astra Militarum is a trial from which very few people emerge with their life. That you have risen through the ranks of the Imperial Guard and assumed command of an army is a testament to your astuteness, both on the battlefield and in the tangled net of officer intrigues. I assure you, the company that a rogue trader keeps will offer you plenty of chances to demonstrate both your diplomatic skills and your combat prowess. Moreover, your courage has made you far more famous than you yourself probably realize. True feats of heroism will forever live on in the annals of the Imperium and bring honor to the Von Valancius line.
Word of your great past deeds has traveled the entire Coronis Expanse. Okay. Sure. Thank you for clarifying. May I ask questions now?
I have some time before the Navigator gives the signal to initiate the Void Ship's translation out of the warp, and my presence is required on the bridge.
Oh, okay. Geez. Hopefully I don't get, like, backhanded by asking this. Navigator, translation, what are these things you speak of?
Sometimes I forget that people without direct access to a ship's bridge may not know the first thing about how a void ship travels between the stars. Vessels such as this one are capable of leaving real space and traversing into the warp, an otherworldly dimension of cruel and unthinkable forces. By entering it under the protection of the Gellerfield, we shorten the route to our destination, crossing distances that would require hundreds of years in a matter of weeks instead. Sometimes in days or even hours. That is how humanity spread across the galaxy. That is how we were able to build the Imperium, which spans millions of stars.
So, how I understand Warhammer 40k is that we open a portal to Hell to travel for a few weeks, then we open another portal to, like, the real world, and we shorten that travel time. So instead of, like, the rail path would be, like, squiggly, swabbly, and shit like that, we just go, whoop. That's how I understand it. Okay, an incident took place on an officer's deck. Some servitors went berserk.
Is that so? Perhaps the technomats were careless during maintenance. Or it could be the warp playing tricks on us in spite of the Gellerfield. Or perhaps there is something to all the stories about the ship being possessed after all.
Lady Theodora, for the God Emperor's sake, surely you do not intend to start repeating idle rumors spread about by uneducated riffraff.
Enough, Abelard. Such hearsay amuses me. Idira eagerly retells me everything she learns from the whispers of her unseen advisors. This ship is thousands of years old. It has enough hidden nooks, malfunctioning cogitators, and unused compartments to make ignorant folks speak of specters dwelling inside the bulkheads and plotting against those who yet live.
Where is your ship headed?
The Rykad system, the domain of rogue trader Winterscale, one of my peers, and rivals. Besides me, 2 other rogue traders exist in the Coronis Expanse, and each of them possesses resources comparable to mine. Perhaps you will one day assist House von Valancius in surpassing both of them in affluence and splendor. I set the course for Rykad on the demand for a very specific reason. Perhaps I shall yet apprise you of the purpose for this voyage, but now is not the time.
What are my current responsibilities?
Observe, learn, absorb. It will take time for you to find your bearings aboard this vessel and in your new position. Eventually, I will find a post that suits you as I did for Edelthrad. Until that time comes, consider yourself my aide.
Gracious Lord Captain, surely there are ways I can prove myself a worthy heir.
You can start by not asking questions of this sort. I have no need for sycophants. I will draw my conclusions when an opportunity to prove yourself arises. As for when you will be granted that opportunity, only the God Emperor knows.
I have no more questions.
In that case, I shall head to... Disturbances reported on the adjacent decks. Seneschal, if the need arises, protect the new blood. It is possible that the chance to prove your worth may present itself sooner than you may have anticipated.
Cool. Whoa! Yeah, I don't know about this, guys. I have a really shitty pistol.
You will beg for mercy, but I will grant none.
The Masters demand your death!
Okay, it was just telling us about the turn order, that's fine.
For now.
A tactically sound approach.
Yo, that guy has a sword! Let's go! You missed. Yo, that guy has a flamethrower!
Death to non-believers! Out of my way! I serve the ruinous powers!
Cover, use cover to avoid enemy attacks. Okay. Oh, 7? Okay. Let's move here. Then 95, 95, 95. Okay, these guys haven't gone yet, so it'd probably be in our best interest to try and shoot this guy.
Don't let your guard down. Another enemy down.
Woo! Character landed critical hit. Critical damage 150% of normal damage by default. Okay. Gotcha.
Chaos guides me.
He has a lot of HP. That guy.
Pain and duty go hand in hand.
Abelard? Gonna be okay,
bring
bud?
ruin.
Oh! Okay!
I've seen worse battles than this in my time.
Die!
Not the Scorch.
Death to the weak!
Reduce to dust!
Nice! Oh, bro, maybe I should have went melee. That looks so good. Your character received a temporary positive effect from an ally. Okay. Plus 50 ballistic skill. Sick.
I'll make it happen. Your end was inevitable. See my great works, masters!
Don't touch me. No mercy for heretics.
One fewer target.
Nice.
Mort, take a team with you and clear a path to the transport line. Do not let a single whoreson survive. Didn't bat an eye when that scum burst onto the deck, huh? Not bad. I have seen many an officer who panicked at the sight of combat on the upper decks. The false sense of security offered by their position makes them that much more vulnerable to the harsh realities of warp travel.
She looks at the box in her hand. All you can hear is lifeless static. What are your orders?
Mort has gone on ahead to clear a path for us. If you want to make yourself useful, go after him and see if the Arch-Militant requires aid. And be quick about it.
Yes, ma'am. Can I get any weapons? I cannot get the weapons. Okay.
I always have a backup plan.
Mort went off this way, yeah? Formation. That might be useful later.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Oh! Damn. That is a meaty gun.
Thank Providence you are alive and well.
Always on time, eh, Kunrad? The moment we finish chasing the riffraff around the deck, you show up. Always just after the fighting's done. You could set your chrono by it.
Mort, hold yourself together.
What, did the Lord Captain send you to chivvy us along? We're all done here. I'll report right away.
Master of Whispers, what is happening on my ship? The Voxnet is silent. The Voxmaster is not responding. Armed assailants have stormed the officer's deck, and my arch-militant just destroyed several more heretics on the way here. Is this a severe case of warp madness? Have some of my crew lost their minds and forgotten who they are and whom they serve? Report!
I have not yet received word from the Engineering regarding any Gellerfield failures, but communications were already unstable half an hour ago, and now they have ceased altogether. Whatever the cause may be, the consequences are spreading fast. I am receiving scattered reports from the middle decks, and the only voxcasts from the lower bays are one-way heretical gibberish. That the madmen have already reached the officers' deck suggests that this outrage was planned in advance. Perhaps this is an organized mutiny.
Mutiny? Who would attempt such mutiny here in the warp? Mutiny against the Emperor's anointed. Execute the traitors. We must provide immediate assistance to those still on the middle deck. Perhaps then we might stop this wave from spreading.
First, we have to confirm that the bridge and the navigator's sanctum are secure. And I have the means to do both things at once.
Edelthrad, where is he? I must know if he is unharmed.
A psyker aboard a ship that is potentially being assailed by the warp could pose a greater threat to himself and others than a whole army of madmen with improvised weapons.
I tried to locate him, but the last thing known about his movements is that he arrived on Transitional Deck 18.
Blast it! Master of Whispers, find Edelthrad immediately. Seneschal, locate Tlas and the Sister of Battle. Both are to remain at my side. Arch-Militant, with me. I must go to my study. And it appears we might encounter heretics along the way.
Sister Battle, very exciting.
If I may, Lord Captain. Transitional Deck 18 is at the heart of the disturbance, and if our goal is to bring Edelthrad back, I could use some support. After all, I'm not as adept at directly confronting enemies of the House as the esteemed Arch-Militant, and taking into consideration Edelthrad's psyker powers.
Then it's settled. Find Edelthrad and bring him here. In whatever state you find him. This elevator leads to restricted compartments such as my personal chambers and the bridge. Do not let me down. I require you both. Do you understand?
I hear and obey, Lord Captain.
Then move out! Mort, come.
So if I become an Arch-Militant, do I get an awesome big melting gun as well? Oh wait, no, I went operative. Shit. Damn it.
Are you ready to head to 18? It is a long walk, and you do not even have proper gear.
I shall make do, lead the way.
Of course you will. Lady Theodora would never have someone she couldn't rely on as one of her heirs. But that is no longer relevant.
Huh? With a pop and a sharp crackle, something hits you in the abdomen. You're consumed by unbearable, gut-wrenching pain. Conrad is a traitor! Asshole! I thought you were a good guy. What the hell? What a jerk. I'm killing him, if I get the option.
Careful, careful. Be gentle with our guest. He has an important mission to complete during our visit to the Warren Chamber. And for that, I need him breathing. Oh, you are back with us, I see. Delightful.
Voctiver, you two-faced scum! You're the one behind this mayhem!
How perceptive of you. I'll help you with the next insight. I need you here for your blood. You have the option to share it voluntarily, or I will squeeze it out of you myself. We are in the anteroom of the Warren Chamber, this void ship's most hallowed vault. There, beyond those gates, lies the relic that gives Theodora all of her power. The sacred Warrant of Trade. Only one obstacle remains on my path to obtaining it. The gates of the chamber are guarded by the Sentinel. An ancient device that will only open the door to a true heir of the dynasty. I expected to do this part myself, but never mind. You will offer your blood to the Sentinel.
What is it, inbred? Is your blood too thin for the Sentinel?
On the contrary, the Warp's blessing has raised me too much above your kind, Fon Valencius. The Sentinel refused to submit to me. But you can help. After all, isn't that what family is for?
What sorry, pathetic excuse do you even have your apostasy, you sordid, wretched piece of grok shit?
Wretched? What do you know about wretchedness, Theodorus Kerr? Are you hoping to buy a grain of her indulgence with your blind loyalty? Oh, I know this delusion. But thank the gods it no longer has power over me. Humanity can rot. I no longer serve mortal kind.
Heretic!
Once my work is done, I'll make that pompous wench Fon Valencius watch as I sacrifice her entire dynasty and commit their fate to the gods. And you will be the instrument by which I will accomplish this righteous act.
The blade flashes in the dim light, and drops of blood appear on your palm. For a brief moment you feel nauseous, your head is spinning, and then quiet whispers begin to flood your mind. More and more sourceless voices echo each other, drowning out your own thoughts, replacing them with a singular urge. Go to the gate. Go to the gate. Go to the gate. Fight the voice in your head. Get out. I am not your puppet. I will do as you require. Make you pay. Not your puppet. The voices in your head giggle and mock your desperate outcry. You feel this intruding influence. You're wounded by the corrupted weapon, which led to a warp entity invading you. Okay. Forcing you onto your feet and making you take a step forward. No! I'm not a heretic! Stop this madness! One of the available dialogue options requires making a skill test. Unlike passives are made, this you can decide whether or not to select. Success or failure will affect how the dialogue will develop depending on the context. You might change the course of the conversation, alter the character's attitude. Okay. So it's not always a good thing to do a skill test. Gotcha. In the gateway arch, you see a cogitator with a human likeness built into the front panel. As you approach, the torso switches slightly. This is a servitor, an obedient automation created from a lobotomized human being. The Sentinel turns its head to you, one of its eye sockets lighting up with two ember-like irises. Examine the device. Tech use test succeeded. You carefully inspect the design of the gate cogitator. What immediately catches your eye is the strange alloy which was used as material for the machine's components, some of which are unfamiliar to you. You suspect this might be some kind of archaeotech relic. Archaeotech is an incredibly rare and powerful piece of technology from humanity's ancient past. Servitor on the gate begins to move with the screeching and groaning of metal and leans forward closer to you. Its lower jaw opens with a drawn-out shriek, much wider than the jaw of a living human could. The servitor's mouth is filled with sharp metallic fangs that glint in the dim light. The vid screen to the right of you lights up, showing strings of mysterious symbols on a green background. A whisper runs through your consciousness, insisting, demanding, sacrifice. The voices that filled your head after Vodagaver wounded you with his blade did not go away. On the contrary, their source coiled itself into a tight knot somewhere in the depths of your mind. Examine the Sentinel. Looks different from the ones you're used to. Its skin covering is stitched together with copper thread and has metal hinges in place at the standard joints. It seems that the creators of the Sentinel did everything to ensure that the service life of this unit would be much longer than normal. Look for anything that could be used for a weapon. Look around. You search in vain. The chamber anteroom is completely empty and in perfect working condition. Look back.
Did you forget something? I suggest you hurry.
Place your hand into the Sentinel's maw. The Sentinel's jaw clamp around your hand, puncturing your skin and sinking into your flesh. A few dark drops fall into the servitor's throat, and immediately you hear rumming. Several long minutes pass. The Sentinel's jaws remain closed as you are beginning to feel sick. Perhaps if you were to lean against the gate, you could catch your breath.
High levels of caustic humors. The subject is in a state of heightened stress. Do you require assistance?
You do not understand where the quiet voice is coming from, crackling like static. Is it the Sentinel? Cogitator? Is it a figment of your wary mind? Yes, I do require assistance. Pain shoots through your head and subsides just as quickly. It would seem the entity coiled in your consciousness does not have the ability to do you any real harm.
Request accepted. Initiating defense protocol.
Get fucked.
There is still another way.
Oh. Wait a second. Bro? Okay. Normal skates match the importance.
Is there money to be made?
Old injury, okay. Oh, this is the warrant of trade. Let it be known that by my will and by the true words of this document, I appoint this person to be the bearer of the warrant of trade. To be the paragon of humanity, unbroken by adversary, to walk bravely and first into darkness, to unite, blah blah blah, to triumph over nightmares untold, to hold boldly the reins of fate, to walk sadly, okay.
Escort the child of the house to safety.
I need a weapon. I'm utterly defenseless.
Distance from the current location to the nearest arsenal. Initiating situational calculations.
What madness is happening here? Who are you? Who addresses me?
Temporary obnubilation following acute stress. Mobile unit of the Warrant Sentinel standing by.
Are you the Warrant Sentinel?
Mobile unit of the Warrant Sentinel designed as a personal escort of the child of the house and a means of communicating with the rogue trader's subjects. Mobile unit standing by.
I need to contact someone, preferably Theodora.
Voxcast frequencies disrupted. Initiating setup. Establishing connection.
Voxmaster, restore communication with the Navigator's Sanctum. I am trying to contact the bridge. If anyone can hear me on this frequency, regroup all available forces and head to the upper decks at once. I repeat, regroup all available forces and head...
Communication protocols breached. Signal latency assessment unavailable. Unable to establish two-way connection.
Lead me away.
Middle and upper decks. Assuming the probability of safe placement in areas of concentration of armed units. Calculating. To prevent unauthorized units from breaching the warrant chamber, preemptive sealing must be initiated. The mobile unit will start executing the received order immediately after the safety of the warrant is secured.
Okay, as the game story unfolds, you will see notifications at the top of the screen indicating its status of current objectives. Okay. That's just like quest updates and stuff. The rumors and contracts sections also contain important information. Okay.
Always keep your eye on the price.
Seal.
Master! Whatever are you doing in the warrant chamber? How did you... Throne preserve me! What is the meaning of this?
Seneschal Alvarad Rersurian has lost some of his former polish. His forehead is sweating when one of his sleeves of his coat is torn. Conrad Vogever is a traitor. When we parted ways on the officer's deck, he stunned me and brought me here.
What?
He intended to take revenge on Theodora for something, and trying to reach the warrant was somehow part of that plan.
Oh, holy God, Emperor! I presume he is the one responsible for the mutiny. And, Master, I wish to remind you that you are to refer to the Lord Captain as Lady Theodora.
Vodagver openly admitted he is the mastermind behind the mutiny.
Saint's blood! And it is small wonder that the heretics are so well organized. I thought his order to seal the passages between decks was his attempt to stop the attackers from spreading to other levels. But now I see the real reason. It was to stop the enforcers from intervening. At least you are alive, and now safe, Master. Alas, I doubt we can afford to look for a compartment to sit out this disaster. You're in a bad way. I can treat your wounds. I have a Medicaid kit with me. And, for the love of the throne, now is not a good time to be walking around the decks without means of self-defense. Here.
So we now have a sniper rifle, we now have armor, and now we have a way to heal ourselves. Wonderful. While fighting, your character can lose some of their wounds. Your character has suffered an injury after being attacked by Conrad. This happens when a character receives damage that exceeds 50% of their maximum wounds within one round. Okay. Injuries reduce the character's resolve. How efficiently and for how long someone can fight. Okay. When a character initially suffers an injury, it is considered a fresh injury during the first 3 rounds. Once 3 rounds have passed, a fresh injury becomes old. Fresh injury can be healed using medkit without passing a skill test. Old injuries can be healed with a medkit, but they require a check. Okay. Once combat's over, the wounds of all party members are replenished automatically, but any injuries they may have sustained remain. Those can be healed. Medkits can only be used by characters who have the field medic feature, base skill Medicaid, or have taken Medicaid skill advance at least once. Okay, so I can do that.
We are the spearhead of the Imperium.
Heal.
Let me help.
I won't forget this. Keep your wits about you.
Got new items. Items are added to your inventory. You can open it by pressing I. Okay, new weapons. To equip new weapons or armor, open your inventory from I, double-click left mouse button on the item, or you can hold and drag. You can switch between party members. Okay. Inventory screen. Yep. We are a sniper guy.
That is a noticeable improvement. Now you're prepared for the trials ahead. The lower decks are teeming with heretics instigating the rabble to revolt. But that is the least of our problems. The ship's enforcers are rounding up the scoundrels and suppressing the resistance. The situation on the middle decks is much worse, although strike teams have already been dispatched there. All communication with the bridge and the engineering bay was lost. So, apart from scattered voxcasts, we have no information to go on.
Okay, I really have to run to the bathroom. I'm going to go do that and get some more coffee. So I will be back as soon as possible. Okie dokie, I'm back from my pee break. Let's continue.
But that is not the worst of it. All these jolts and shaking are most alarming. These are signs that the Navigator and the Master Helmsman are having difficulty translating the ship out of the warp and into real space. I fear that they may have already lost control. We must reach the Navigator's sanctum and get a handle on the situation. If we can manage that, some aboard this vessel may yet survive.
Okay. What's exactly gone wrong with the translation?
I am no helmsman. Oh, God Emperor preserve me, Navigator. However, I've spent my entire life aboard void ships equipped with warp drives, and I know that portents such as these do not bode well. It could be that the Geller field has faltered. Perhaps the Navigator was struck down by warp corruption and is fighting for the last shreds of his humanity as we speak. If we get thrown off course, we will be forever lost in the warp. Naturally, we would likely not have long to live in that scenario. But I will not resign myself to such an outcome just yet.
How did you find me?
You sent me a Vox message. Specifically, a Vox cast on the officer's frequency, which I had the good fortune to receive. You mean to say you did no such thing?
I think the Warrant Sentinel may have sent that message. It appeared when I opened the chamber.
Warrant Sentinel? The Lord Captain barely ever ventures down to the chamber, and I was at her side only once or twice when she did. And I did not see anything of the sort. The Warrant Chamber is an ancient and rather sacred mechanism that the ship's tech priests treat with the utmost reverence. I assume that whatever it is that you did, you must have activated certain processes and caused the Sentinel to awaken. But then, why did none of it happen when Lady Theodora did the same?
What can we expect to find in the Navigator's Sanctum?
During warp transit, the Sanctum is closed to all who are not involved in traversing the Empyrean. And for good reason. For the Navigator to open their third eye and perceive the way, the Sanctum must be bathed in the energies of the Immaterium. Only a Navigator can withstand such an ordeal. For the rest of us, any contact with the warp is fraught with perils such as loss of sanity, spontaneous mutations, and death.
I am under no obligation to take such risks.
I concur that under ordinary circumstances, interrupting the Navigator's solitude would be equivalent to suicide. Right now, however, our sacrifice could prevent the demise of a rogue trader, a void ship of the Imperium, and all her crew, armaments, and equipment. The choice is obvious.
I heard one of Theodora's Vox casts.
Lady Theodora's. Which one? The last one I received was about the Navigator's Sanctum, and that was a good while ago. In any case, let us hope that the Lord Captain is well, and safely in charge of the ship's defense. In the meantime, we must do all we can to prevent the ship from veering off course.
For the Imperium and humanity, lead the way, Seneschal.
Come.
Loyal sons and daughters of the God Emperor! Fight the heresy and corruption that threatens to consume our home, and with all your might, destroy those who have dared!
The Lord Captain is calling her crew to battle, which means the Vox networks are set up for broadcast transmission, not message exchange. Splendid. While the rogue trader inspires proper resolve to fight in her subjects, you and I shall prove that her trust in us is well deserved. Onward!
Surrender to the dark powers!
Well, I didn't equip my armor!
Surrender to the dark powers!
Combat begins with the tactical phase, during which characters cannot attack or take other actions, but may take up positions. Okay. Damn it. Let's see. Go there. Then Averad. Can't go there because the enemies are holding that position, I guess. Let's move you over here.
Death to non-believers! Out of my way!
Just a minor setback.
I serve the ruinous powers!
Friendly fire, okay. Your new companion is a warrior. Aberrod specializes in melee combat and drawing enemy attacks. Charge is a unique warrior ability that works only when they're using a melee weapon and is not considered an attack action. Use charge to close distance, okay. Note that charge can only be used if the character has 2 or more cells. Characters using a melee attack, click left on strike ability, then on the enemy. Unlike single shots, melee attacks hit automatically with no need to roll. The enemy will try to dodge and parry the attack if they're using melee of their own. Melee weapons can be used to make area attacks. All creatures in the area will suffer damage. Okay. So that's strike, that's cleave. Interesting. So cleave is 3 max. Oh, that was pretty good. Then charge? Him.
It will be done.
Let's fucking go! Attack of opportunity. Characters with melee weapons can make attack of opportunity if opponent adjacent cell initiates movement. Can also be triggered by some abilities. Okay.
Chaos guides me! Gah!
Combat abilities of characters differ depending on their archetype. Okay, you get a review, see area effect, yeah. The abilities effect is guaranteed to work, abilities icons displayed instead of a number, okay. During your adventures, your character will gain new abilities and talents as their power grows. Sick. So, dead, eye shot, hit chance, max distance, effective distance, precisely aim with a 50% bonus to effective range on a shot and plus 10 crit, single shot with a ranged weapon. Okay, so there's a chance I'm going to pierce through? Is that what that means?
On it.
I guess not.
Who, if not me?
Brace yourself, Abelard.
Yo, he has less. Oh, he killed his friend. Yes.
Victory is imminent. My ears are ringing.
Healing in combat. You can use a medkit to destroy your party members' wounds in battle, treat an injury, or get rid of certain negative effects. If the character has a medkit equipped, the icon will be displayed on bottom left. If no such icon is open your inventory, double click. Okay. Medkits can only be used by those characters, that's fine. Each medkit holds 2 or more charges, with 1 charge being consumed per use. Okay. Note that healing, just like most actions, spends character action point. Okay,
That's
you
not
can't
the
do that.
Seneschal's job.
Death to the weak!
Good, you dodged. Now let's move there, fire.
Let's make some opportunities.
Don't want to hit our guy. Nice. You can advance the level of your character and companions. Prevailing in battles, exploring the Chronos Expanse, and completing quests earns you experience. Once you've accumulated enough experience, your character gains a new level. Click on the arrow symbols on the character portrait. Okay, each level gained offers your characters new progression options, which include new abilities, talents, skill improvements, and other enhancements. Your characters gain new levels at the same time as your character, even if they are not included in the active party. Okay, that's good.
I'm at your service.
You did not get any wounds.
I have a nose for profit and the
Let's
taste
level
for
up.
adventure.
1 rank available for operative. Available skills. Okay. So we can increase our skills, which would be Medicae, Lore Xenos, Lore Imperium, Awareness, Tech Use, and Logic. Intelligence stat. So we're intelligence and perception. Awareness, skill. We cannot. Oh, we can't increase awareness here. Let's do awareness. It's saying logic and tech use, but I feel like we want awareness. If we're going to be like the super sniper guy to critically hit and whatnot, I feel like being the guy that also maxes out awareness is good. That just makes the most sense to me. Abelard, you are probably athletics, yeah, that makes the most sense. Caroz, this is affected by toughness. Your toughness is 50. Ooh. Represents the ability to resist negative effects. Oh. Yeah. He's 60 in that. That's pretty good. Oh, do we get a loot now? Collecting loot. Defeated enemies no longer have need for their former belongings. Items on the right side of the trophy screen window go to your inventory, such as items can be used equipped by characters. Items on the left are packed up as cargo. Okay. Collect all. Now let me equip that damn armor. Give him that. Okay. Sword. Oh, so I can put it in a weapon slot too, I guess. Okay, so I get like up close. And this guy is a chain sword. Plus 10 parry, minus 10 to enemy weapon skill. Let's give him that in case he can't engage on a single turn. Okay.
I always have a backup plan.
Zone map. Here's a map of your void ship. It consists of several parts between which you can travel. Some parts are not yet available.
Let us not dawdle.
The navigator's activated.
Oh, sorry. Oh.
And so, he will enter the halls of the blinded guide and witness the radiance of the final dawn through the cracks and fall victim to a whim of fate.
Psychers, oh no.
Master, watch your head. Idira, would it be too much to ask that you phrase your soothsayings plainly for once? That was too close.
Sorry, old man. The voices are so loud I can't even hear myself. They shriek, they sing, they... Oh, Abelard, how they sing!
This is Idira Tlas, personal psyker and diviner of Her Ladyship Theodora von Valencius. Idira?
I'm not drunk, old man. I'm suffering the effects of the warp that is seeping through these walls. I see the ship's fate. To die in the waves of the immaterium, fall under the burning rays of the final dawn. And in the roaring blaze, I see a figure standing. Who is it? I have no answer.
The entity in your consciousness shrieks and crawls in deeper, its clawing scraping against the walls of your mind, as if presence is trying to hide from the seer. A diviner, are you?
The voices from beyond the threshold whisper to me. Sometimes their murmurs are clear, they grant insight. Sometimes they drive me mad. But I am patient. I know how to listen and discern. But now, with this clamor around me, too many voices, too loud. And you are von Valencius, one of Lady Theodora's heirs. Well then, we finally meet.
Officers frequency. To all who can hear me, those with a weapon in their hands are to gather on the officers' deck at once. I repeat, gather on the officers' deck at once and prepare to launch a counterattack.
That's Ethelthrat. Oh, Emperor's Providence. The other heir lives as well. Quickly, we must head to...
Not so fast, old man. If we drown in the warp, Lady Theodora's heirs won't be any good to us. If Ethelthrat's like me and hasn't yet surrendered his mind or body to the mercy of the warp, then he can still hold on a little longer without us.
Blast it. You're right. First, we need to deal with what is happening here.
What are you doing here?
The whispers called me. The ones I could make out among all the screams and screeches. Those who are rocking this boat hit us where it hurt. They went after the navigator, our guide through the warp. Other whispers called me to the enginarium, but it was too late. I heard the cry of our master Cog, and the silence that followed.
What? You don't mean the Enginseer Prime is...
Said, without a doubt. And the voices wail, heralding countless nightmares, cackling at each soul among the hundreds that are now joining the warp. The shriek from the Navigator's sanctum was louder than the rest. And it's better that we saved the Navigator than some lever puller from a cooling module or a cook from the middle decks.
We must see if the Navigator is well.
Oh no. No. Nothing is well about him. Can't you feel the chill crawling on your skin? The eyes watching you? The warp ice has already encased the bulkheads. What follows is calamity. But we're not just going to stand here and take it, are we? The state of things in here suggests there's a navigator around. Maybe one who's crippled or at death's door, but still kicking. And since our skin hasn't peeled off our faces just yet, his third eye must be closed. At worst, it's a little roughed up. So what are we moping around for? Let's go protect that noble mutant while we're still alive.
Dira has joined your party.
Yes.
You, forewarning, increase the target's dodge. Psychic Shriek deals 7 to 16 damage to the target. Analyze enemies. Lightning Arc. Ooh, okay. And Strike.
Is there money to be made? Always keep your eye on the prize.
Your doom has been foretold.
Your Emperor won't save you! Here we go!
Ah!
I'm mere pain.
Death to non-believers! Out of my way!
What the? I'm dying! Use the hologram to gauge the effect on this. Okay. Fucking kill that guy!
Never stood a chance.
And, analyze.
My gut tells me it's a bad idea.
And analyze that guy.
I'll see to it personally.
Such is the will of chaos.
Averod. Shift 2. Okay, no, you can't do that. Can you charge?
My place is at the fore.
Nice. That's what I like to see. Adira's abilities. Adira is a psyker and an operative. As an operative, she can study opponents and identify weakness, analyze enemies' operability that exploits the effect of all enemies with operative line of sight. Operative can also use this ability against specific enemy to select separable stacks. Yep. Whenever the operative hits a target with the exploit applied to them, attack deals damage equal to the perception, exposed weakness. Yep. We know about that because that's our class. Adira is armed with a special staff that allows a psyker to unleash psychic powers. Woo! Okay. Yell at that guy. She yelled at him and she died. Oh, I guess using a mage attack in melee was a bad idea. Once a character has suffered injuries, a certain number of injuries, these are placed with trauma. Make use of medkits in time to treat injuries to avoid traumas. Moving trauma is more difficult. It can only be healed by resting on the ship. Oh.
It's as good as done.
Oops.
Another enemy down.
That was a mistake. Damn it. Whoops.
Tried and tested tactics are the best ones. I took care of this one.
The creature in the chair appears as if it's become one with the throne. You see pink parchment-like skin stretched between the seat and the limbs that have too many joints for a normal human being. The navigator is breathing heavily, the air whistling as it exits through two dark gill-like slits on its cheeks. The creature's eyes are shut. The two ordinary eyes as well as the third one that sits in the center of its forehead. Navigator is a sanctioned noble mutant whose genes allow him to safely guide a warp-capable void ship through the...
I believe Master Vespider still lives. Well, the servants are dead, but the chamber, thank the Emperor, is still sealed from the warp. Well, we have a chance of leaving this place alive.
Give Abelard a pointed look.
Master Vespider.
Your time is short.
Navigator stirs, barely able to lift his head, half open his normal eyes. A dark drop rolls from the closed eyelid of the third eye and down his face. The voice is coming from Vox Grill. At the base of the bizarre chair, it is unclear how the navigator is able to produce human speech. Are you alright?
Fall to your knees, mortals, and behold the final dawn.
Okay.
Ah! It came from beyond! His body is not his!
Adira's screams echoed by silent cries in your head. The unseen creature triumphs at the sight of the navigator, succumbing to the paroxysms of corruption.
Its march thunders under the burden of hopes. Unseal your hearts, and I will flood your souls with myriads of words and meanings, each one a portent of salvation within me.
The navigator continues to convulse violently in the sea, shrieking and cackling. But then his fit stops abruptly. His face is drenched in black and crimson. The dark ooze from under his third eyelid has turned from a trickle into a stream. There's purplish swelling around the eye.
Run. Flee from this place while I still have the strength. I can contain the intrusion, but not for long. We must begin the translation. Leave the warp. But it can't be done without the Master Helmsman's help.
I want to help you. Tell me how.
Run. The sanctum will be sealed. I will hold it off. Hold on. And wait for the signal from the Master Helmsman. Then I will commence the translation. So, run. Run.
Navigator is still alive, but barely so. What do we do now?
The ship can only begin the translation with the assistance of the Master Helmsman, if he is still alive. It is worth a try. We must get to the bridge, but we will need support. Our only option is to fight our way to the officer's deck and join forces with Edelthrad and his people. I believe we will also find Lady Theodora there. She must have heard the call to arms that the servo skull relayed to us earlier.
Vespaidas, good luck. And thank you.
Navigator does not give her a response. Black tears mixed with blood are streaming from under the closed eyelids, and the Vox at the base of the chair is bellowing out static interspersed with distant echoes of otherworldly laughter. Damn.
I always keep my options open.
Alternative weapons, yeah. We know about that. Okay,
Keep your wits about you.
so this way, I guess? Nope. Just kidding, not that way.
Your ship's as good as ours! It's all over for you!
I shall pity not your enemies. I shall heed not their pleas.
Somebody shoot these...
I shall betray not your tenets, nor stray one step from them. Take not your gaze from me. Leave me not without your grace.
I told you he would protect us.
My God, my light, my Emperor.
The white-haired warrior turns to face you, her dark eyes blazing. The weapon quivers in her hands, and for a brief moment it seems she is not going to stop and will continue eliminating every target she sees, starting with you.
Sister Argenta! Sister Argenta, it is a relief to see you. We require all the forces we can muster.
Your face, it is unfamiliar. Who are you?
Medvia von Valancius, the Lord Captain's heir.
The hour is dark and daunting. Ship abounds with corruption. The faces of friends are twisted by sneers of heresy. The eyes of comrades ignite with the archenemy's hunger. I will do what I must to halt the advance of the dark forces. But in these dire moments, little can be trusted. So I must know, why are you here?
Sister, I beg of you. Now is not the time for interrogations. The ship is under attack by heretics. We've been betrayed by our esteemed Master of Whispers. Edelthrad the heir is waiting for our aid, and Lord Captain Theodora is expecting a report on our success. We are here to deal with the situation, so I suggest we all do just that.
I am no traitor, sister. You can be sure of that.
If you speak truthfully, the Emperor will not forsake you. If you are lying, you will not escape his retribution.
The Emperor of mankind, the guide, the ruler, and the higher power to which humanity offers their prayer for aid and deliverance. Most would be driven mad with despair if they knew the truth. Wait, what? The divine presence who sits on the golden throne of Terra in the heart of the Imperium, towering over his willing servants as their rightful master. He is depicted and worshipped in myriad forms by souls beyond counting. Through his Imperium, Humankind is united and remains one of the most powerful intelligent species in the galaxy. Okay.
I cannot wait to rain righteous fire down upon each and every heretic!
What is a warrior of the Adepta Sororitas doing aboard a rogue trader ship? Your orders serve the Ecclesiarchy, do they not?
Sister Argenta is a guest of the Lord Captain. And that story deserves its own time and conversation. Under more appropriate circumstances.
Enough idle chatter. I am where I must be, and that will suffice.
Who are these people with you?
Overseer of Middle Deck AL-84, my lord. We were rounding up everyone we could find in the attack compartments when we ran into an ambush. Just about every enforcer fell. These are the survivors.
What is happening on the officer's deck?
Massacre, my lord. And heretics are not just killing the crew. Some kind of blight is sweeping through the decks, filling the air. I saw people going mad the moment they breathed it in, screaming about seeing their dead comrades, tearing out their eyes. I implore you, my lord, be on your guard.
We must get to the main hall of the deck.
Through this door. I shall join you, for it is my duty to the God Emperor to destroy this heresy.
We will follow. For now, we will hold off any heretics who might try to crawl in through the cracks to join the main assault. And we'll take a look at the generators while we're at it. Those villains made a mess of the cables. Oh, I wish we had a Tectomat with us. But we'll see what we can do without one.
Good to hear it. Sister?
Ready. May Terra's light illuminate our path through fire and darkness.
Cool.
2 inventory, 2 cargo, well-maintained sniper rifle. Ooh. Received a new, more efficient weapon for your character to upgrade. Open. Okay. It does a little more damage, and that's it. Okay. Just a little more damage. Sister of Battle. Very cool. She's using a two-handed ranged weapon, armor pen, rate of fire 4. Okay, so 4 hits per activation, not auto pistol. She's using a mesh chest plate. Ballistic skill, perception. Oh, she's also going perception. Okay, agility. What was it, L? No, it wasn't L, N. Let's go with that sort of formation. Help it.
Is there money to be made?
Explosion blasted a hole through the door, okay. And is it this door? Oh.
Run, fools, or fall!
Come to chaos!
Should probably put her there, Abelard there, Medvia there, Adira there. Oh, if she's going first, then let's put her there. Argenta is the warrior of the Adepta Sororitas and a soldier. She is an expert with burst ranged weapons and weapons that deal damage in an area. Another of Argenta's strengths is her mobility. Run and gun's a unique soldier ability. Using it grants soldier extra movement points and reduces the cost of their next attack. Soldiers will also suffer -10 to their ballistic skill for this attack. Run and gun also allows the soldier to perform additional attack with a ranged weapon. Okay. Revel and Slaughter is a soldier ability which can be used once for each 3 enemies the soldier kills. Certain types of weapons will let you make a burst attack, unlike single shot bursts requires you to select in a direction rather than a target. When performing a burst, the character fires several successive shots in different directions. Most of these shots are... okay. Be careful, burst can hit allies. Okay. Oh yeah, look at that. So I can do double burst, I guess?
Eradicated.
Oh.
I refuse.
No? I have action points though? I guess one attack?
I'll do it.
Oh, it was... okay. I can do run and gun now. So let's move... here, I guess. Then...
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Okay. Very good. Chain Lightning would hit those two. Scream would kill one person. Let's kill the... Lightning would hit you guys. Let's just deal with the far-ranged one.
What an unfortunate turn of fate.
Oh. Shit.
Anything else?
Chaos guides me. Crush the feeble. Ah!
Types of cover, full and partial. Full cover reduces chance by hit by 60%, partial is 35. Okay. Some cover can be destroyed. Let's take out
I'll
this
see
guy.
to it personally. You never stood a chance.
Very good.
Who if not me?
Death to the weak.
A tactically sound approach.
No, I can't reach anyone else. Brace for impact. Gain +2 deflection. Okay.
God Emperor, move! Be the fire in my heart!
Okay, that's fine. Momentum. What's this? Momentum. Special combat resource required for using unique abilities called Heroic Dax. Okay. Once per round for the entire party and once per battle for each character. I see.
Will
Kill
do.
those two.
Farewell. I am your doom.
$62, $67. Precise shot. Not as high. Just take him out then. Nice.
Death to non-believers!
Follow my lead.
Rejoice in battle!
Ooh.
Faith
Running
without
gun?
deeds is worthless. Doubt is for
Nope.
the weak.
Damn it.
That is not the Emperor's will.
Scream?
Was that you? What an unfortunate turn of fate.
Okay.
I always have a backup plan.
Oh, goods. To cargo. Goods. Multi-key. Okay, let's just collect all the cargo.
Rise to the top or get left in the dust.
It's not stealing if it's loot, right? Skill test, okay. Quick save? Logic.
Just as I planned.
D100 system, okay. Yep. +3 to tech use. Melted charges. Okay.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Tech use?
Success is the only outcome I accept.
Tech use?
That's how it's done.
Open the door? Logic?
I always get the job done. Keep your wits about you.
Yep.
Success is the only outcome I accept.
Shotgun, that's pretty cool. Maybe we want to give Aberard a shotgun instead. So if he can't get into melee, maybe he can just shoot him with the shotgun.
Let us not dawdle. I always have a backup plan.
Okay, just to confirm, that's everything here. Yep. Oh, I think that's of the void ship, yeah. Very cool.
Is there money to be made?
Blow up the door. Blow it up!
Never doubt me.
Oh, we leveled.
I always keep my options open.
Okay. Expose weakness. Operative removes all exploits from target, decreasing target's dodge, parry, and armor. By exploits removed times perception bonus until the start of the operative's next turn. Okay. I don't get a choice. Endure. Okay, well, I guess. Oh, until the warrior's next turn, all incoming damage is reduced. Oh, that's awesome. Good for a tank. Expose, yeah. Soldier, revel and slaughter. Soldier unit immediately removes the winded effect until the end of combat. The soldier gains the following bonuses: +10 to ballistic, critical damage, agi bonus critical hit chance. This ability becomes available after soldier kills their enemies. Okay.
Keep your wits about you. Miscalculations are for commoners. I don't make mistakes. I make profitable learning experiences.
95% chance.
Always keep your eye on the prize. Just as I planned.
Nice. Deck officer's helmet grants armor.
I always have a backup plan.
Aberard, you should wear that. A fallen stele has blocked the path to the lifts. Okay.
Over there!
Benches and even the cogitator torn from its proper place are stacked in rough semblance. Multi-key.
I always keep my options.
The roar of flames rings in your ears, and the choking smoke makes you cough and gasp for air. You instinctively recoil from the scorching heat, wiping your face. A moment later, a hazy silhouette forms in the raging wall of fire. You're surrounded by ear-splitting noises and screaming, yet you distinctly hear the sound of footsteps. And then you see the figure walk out of the fire towards you. It is Theodora von Valancius.
Are you lost, my heir?
Her expression is calm, terrifyingly so for someone whose body is engulfed in inferno. One of her hands is resting on the hilt of her power sword, the other is raised in inviting gesture.
An apparition. A sorceress. Apparition. Trickery of the warp.
Sister, you will lower your weapon. Threatening the Lord Captain is outrageous.
Despite his commanding tone, Aberard does not sound confident. He's staring at the rogue trader, and you notice a muscle in his cheek twitching. This is impossible.
I doubt you are aware of the limits of what is possible. For your worldview is but an iota of what a rogue trader knows and sees. But I can tell that you would like me to share that knowledge with you. That power over reality. I can lead you out of these flames, show you a path, rid you of pain, and give you a weapon so that you may defeat your enemies. Decide.
Your mouth begins to salivate. Each word Theodora speaks is like music to your ears. The entity that now dwells in the deepest recesses of your mind is pleading, begging, demanding that you give her an immediate answer. That answer can be nothing other than acceptance.
Do not listen to this abomination. If there is naught but his light in your heart, if you are resolute in your faith, then step into the flames. The Emperor protects. His faithful will not be deterred by either darkness or deceitful promises. Nor will the fire burn those who carry the torch of faith in their soul.
To the void with you. We need to follow Lady Theodora before we suffocate in this furnace.
The people! The survivors from the middle decks! We must help the crew! Lead them out! Find a way around!
Over the roaring flames you hear distant sounds, frightened voices, screams, muffled and distorted, as if there were a body of water between you and them.
Then we'll miss our chance to meet up with Edel. What are we waiting for?
Convictions. Sometimes your character will have to make tough decisions based on their values, interests, and goals. Such decisions affect their convictions, which can develop into three directions: dogmatic, iconoclast, and heretical. Each includes 5 ranks. The higher the rank, the more zealously the character follows their convictions, the more noticeable the world around them reacts. Promotion through the ranks of each of the 3 directions opens up access to new dialogue lines and events, unique abilities, and also changes the character attitude of those 2. Also, some items can only be equipped by characters with certain convictions. When one of the conviction branches reaches rank 3, Votary, it becomes the character's main focus. In that happens, the other two convictions cannot be raised above adhering. Your character allies have convictions of their own as well. Dogmatic, walk through the fire. The Emperor will guide the righteous on their path. Heretical, accepts the offer. Take my pain away and give me power. Iconoclast, get the people off the bridge. I will not leave my people in harm's way. I feel like Dogmatic or Iconoclast are the best ones here. I need the people for my ship. I want them to love me. But at the same time, the Emperor will guide the righteous. Thousands of needles pierce your consciousness but are powerless to stop you. You take a step forward, and the illusion breaks. A wave of excruciating pain crashes over you, and Theodora's voice fades into firestorm. You hear the voices of your companions calling you from behind, and screams of the weak dying in an inescapable blaze. The blinding inferno, harrowing pyre, and the all-consuming storm releases you as you step out, barely able to stay on your feet. The blood is pounding your ears, drowning out the world around you. Your eyes, caked in soot and burnt eyelashes, refuse to open. Free from the flames, you take 2 more steps before collapsing to your knees. The rush of blood in your temple and the horrible pain all over your scorched body cloud your mind before suddenly retreating, as if driven away by some mighty will. A new strength spreads throughout your veins, and despite the wounds, your body is once more ready for trials and struggle. You open your eyes and see, aglow with warm light before you, the Aquila, the sacred symbol of the Imperium. In the next moment, you're struck with another realization. The repulsive presence, the one that has plagued your mind since Votiger wounded you, is gone. The fire seems to have burned the entity away without a trace.
Master, can you hear me? Oh, you're alive. Which is more than I was expecting after what you just did.
A familiar voice cuts through the din and pounding. Seneschal Elberard, Weresharian, is leaning over you, peering into your face with a look of worry.
Praise the Emperor! We passed through the flames! How can this be anything but a portent? For so it is said, that the Emperor will bless the worthiest and most steadfast in their faith.
Praise the Emperor. Behind Argenta, you see Adira Tlas doubled over in a fit of nausea. The rest of the people who are following you have withered away in the fire that continues to rage. The Emperor protects... did you see that? The Aquila. It was glowing.
You're delirious. Whatever it is you think you are seeing.
He seems perturbed by your words. He casts another surreptitious glance at the Aquila you just pointed at.
What happened to Lady Theodora? Did she follow us?
There was no Theodora, witch. There was an illusion, a temptation, a foul taint that tried to lead us astray. But he perceived its true nature.
Is that right, Adepta Sanctimonious? What, we'll just pretend like we didn't see the Lord Captain standing there in the fire? Abelard, you tell her.
Whatever it was, it matters no longer. Your conduct is bordering on madness, or holiness. A path opened behind you, where one moment there was fire, the next only smoldering embers remain. But what am I saying? My eyes must have deceived me. Too much smoke for my lungs. Truly, would you have received wounds like these if there had been no fire?
The Emperor protects his most pious subjects.
The wounds are merely a sign of a trial laudably passed. It is something to be proud of, the same as decorations or badges of honor.
Rise and stand tall. No element holds power over the righteous. Even if you were anticipating another wave of pain, it does not come. Your muscles feel strong. Your limbs obey you without fail. And yet deep inside, somewhere next to your heart and stomach, you feel a certain tension akin to that of a taut string. You are at your limit. Be it adrenaline or the strength of your faith, it will not carry you much further.
Did my eyes deceive me? I could swear that I just witnessed you step out of a pillar of fire with the rest following in your wake.
Decision consequence, you steeled your soul with your faith in the God Emperor and walked through the flames on the officer's deck. I hurried here to join forces with you and the others. It's time to push back the heretics. It was the only way we're in here. Yeah. It is time to push back the heretics.
Indeed it is. Your wounds.
My faith will keep me upright with the weapon in my hands. That is all that matters.
Pray, forgive my insistence. I shall not be the one to doubt the faith of he who has passed the trial by fire. I have gathered everyone who answered the Vox call and was able to hold a weapon. Yet I do not see the Lord Captain or her arch-militant in our midst. We are still receiving messages in her voice, but she is not responding to direct requests. I last saw Lady Theodora on the observation platform. When did you and she part ways?
It was at this very elevator, Master Edelthrad. The Lord Captain, accompanied by the Arch-Militant, headed to her chambers to retrieve an item of particular import. After that, all we heard from her were Vox broadcasts.
This is troubling, and the timing is inopportune. I am still receiving fragmentary reports from the breach. Kunrad Voigtveer was spotted there, and even what scant intelligence on his activities I have reminds me of descriptions of sorcerous rituals. If that traitor has resorted to witchcraft, we must stop him at once.
I'm ready for the assault on the bridge.
No, you most certainly are not. You can barely stand upright after what happened. It is best that we go to retrieve Lady Theodora and let Edelthrad commence the attack on Voigtveer.
Something in the Seneschal's voice gives you the impression that his primary goal is ensuring Theodora's safety, not yours.
A reasonable approach. Take your escort with you. You may be waylaid. Once you have found the Lord Captain, you must beg her to go to the bridge and lead the counterattack. The rogue trader's appearance is sure to fill the defenders' hearts with hope, however frightened or exhausted they may be. Until next we meet, may the Emperor bless your deeds. I shall see you on the field of battle.
Fresh injury,
Sometimes you consult the appropriate treaties on tactical improvement.
Please heal me.
To return the favor one day.
Thank you.
Is there money to be made?
Let's quick save. Is it this way? No. This isn't towards the secret elevator, but let's go down there anyways. Oh, never mind.
Rise to
Can't.
the top, or get left in the dust.
Generators hum softly. When you draw closer, your skin begins to tinge. Okay, that was an elevator that Votiver knocked me out at. Oh, there's loot over here.
Keep your wits about you. Let us not dawdle.
I guess I missed some back there. Oh well.
We should deal with this.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Lord Captain's quarters, door. More goods, yep. Grants +3 logic. Okay.
Is there money to be made?
Plasma conduits blaze with the energy capable of powering a vast void ship.
I always
Whoa,
have a
that
backup
is a
plan.
massive bath, man. What the hell? I guess this is the Rogue Trader's room. Shit, man.
Rise to the top or get left in the dust.
Oh. That's, bad.
Let us not dawdle.
That is bad. Requires dogmatic follower. This helmet grants its wearer immunity to enemy critical hits for the first 3 rounds. Hey, that's me! I'm dogmatic.
I always keep my options open.
Items and convictions. You found an item that can only be equipped by characters of a certain conviction rank. Okay. Press C. Okay, so I am Dogmatic 1, follower. Okay. Grim Determination. When one's branches... Okay, yes. So I am a Grim Determinist. The Rogue Trader and their allies gain +10 chance to survive 1 wound instead of falling conscious. Oh, that's nice. Solution. In the first round of combat, all critical hits scored by the Rogue Trader's party inflict burning. Whoa! Path of Redemption. Any momentum expenditure by the Rogue Trader and their allies, including heroic acts, is reduced by -20%. Okay, so you can use it more often. Piercing Resolution. Once per battle, the Rogue Trader may choose an ally, including themselves, for 1 round. All targets' weapons attack ignore enemies' armor. Oh, that's perfect for me. The guy that does all the damage. Instrument of his will. Rogue Trader becomes immune to any attacks from daemons and xenos. All daemons and xenos in a 5-cell radius consider them a priority target. Ooh. Yeah, I think let's follow the Emperor's word. I think that's pretty cool. Theodora von Valancius's body is sprawled on a large, blood-drenched desk. The Archmilitant's corpse, still clutching a weapon, is slumped against one of the bulkheads.
Emperor, accept thy faithful souls.
No! Lord Captain, I didn't hear a thing. Not a whisper, not a breath. It was so loud. Why didn't I foresee this?
No. Lord Captain. Who would even dare? Unless that rat, Voidsphere.
I doubt it. Voidver wished humiliation and suffering upon Theodora, not a swift death.
It could have happened in the heat of battle. Not to mention that Mort was here, and he would have protected Lady Theodora to the last. How could Mort have failed her so terribly? The Archmilitant was born on a death world. He had lightning-fast reflexes.
I can look at things in my own way. If you find something that might bear the imprint of the killer, just give it to me, and I'll try to see what secrets it holds.
Okay, examine the Archmilitant's body. Let's start with the 250 health guy. An auto pistol shot went straight through Mort's forehead, spraying the floor and furniture around with blood, brain matter, and shards of his skull. Okay. You lean closer to the body. The cause of death is apparent. What ended the Rogue Trader's life was an auto pistol shot, an extraordinary accurate one at that. Theodora's face bears an expression of surprise. Something on the floor catches your eye. A heap of blood, pattered parchment, and scrolls that must have fallen off the desk. As you lean down for a closer look, you notice something else. Small shards of glass. Theodora, would you try touching Theodora? You might be able to see the killer.
It doesn't work like that. I can try to read the memories of objects, but dead bodies are a different story. Something like that would require her soul. And after what we saw on the officer's deck, I won't risk searching for it in a warp.
Inspect the shards by the desk. It's difficult to say what exactly was broken. The object fell on the floor, and that is as much as you can ascertain. Upon closer examination, the shards appear iridescent rather than completely transparent, as if they've been submerged in promethium, returned for combustion fuel. Okay, what did the shards tell you?
I see streaks of color, luminescence, blue lights, faces, drawing closer. Lady Theodora, and Conrad, and what is that? Ah! Something dark, enormous. Oh, this glass thing was something foul, that's for sure.
Tainted witchcraft.
Inspects the papers. Reports, account, dispatches. You go over the scrolls until you stumble upon a document that is starkly different from the rest. It's written hand letter, signed with the initials XC, and a seal with a symbol that is vaguely familiar. Oh hell. Okay, that's a lot. Stress the nature of interrogator activities on Rycat Minoris. No. Van Calix. Okay, whatever. Lore Imperium test succeeded. Sends a shiver down your spine. The author of this letter, addressed to Theodora von Valencia, signed it with the seal of one of the Holy Ordos of the Emperor's Inquisition, the secret police of the Imperium that relentlessly hunts heretics, xenos, and other enemies of humanity.
Yes, the crucible of battle calls to me once more.
No, wait! We must see if we can find anything!
Idira, you can't bring her back. Let her go.
You'd give up so easily, old man? I expected as much from the sister. It's not like she has a heart. But you? Oh no. I'll get to the bottom of this. I'll find the one responsible for murdering the Lord Captain. And when I do, that scum will regret the day they were born.
So does that mean this is my room now? +5 fellowship for each enemy. Theodora's Rosary. The wearer of this amulet gains +10 bonus to commerce and lore. Ooh. I get a cloak.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Parlor organ seems to have been sitting idle for many years. Bizarre fragments hang on trophy board, the light smooth surface.
I always have a backup plan.
Anything in here now? Oh, I have to hold right click. That's right. I'll just press right click.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
So does that mean Edelthrad is now the rogue trader?
Here we go again.
Combat Servitor. That looks good. Start the battle. Light and medium armor, okay. Armor protects characters from incoming damage. Light and medium armor types are both available to you at the moment. The armor stat indicates it will pass dodge, higher dodge, lower chance, okay. Light armor, dodge more frequently, takes more damage when hit. Okay, that makes sense. You have attained heavy armor. Unlike light and medium, heavy armor provides the ability to deflect. Deflection is unique. Heavy armor stat that reduces damage taken by a specified flat amount. Heavy armor has higher armor rating than medium and light armor, but also usually a higher dodge penalty. Okay.
My place is at the fort.
Oh, I probably should have started with the charge. Then, well, I'm gonna spray and pray this section, so maybe just, endure? Okay, then it's my turn next. Analyze.
I'll make it happen.
Then allies deal plus 30% damage to enemies that are adjacent to the commander or allies. Till end of their next turn. Okay, let's not do that now. You have 4 exploits out of 100. You're heavily damaged. Okay. And so just normal hit? Yeah, just normal hit. That did nothing. Enemy status. You will encounter enemies with various abilities and features. An icon next to the enemy portrait indicates that they are under the influence of some kind of effect. Okay. So we want to run and gun.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
We want to stand... Well, we're fine where we are.
I'll
Just
do
take
it.
out the group.
None can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Okay, very good. Now take out those guys.
Trust is a prayer.
Very cool. Okay. Lightning Witch. Yep.
Anything is.
I've suffered worse.
Yeah, that's fine. You endured. Then analyze
Will
enemy.
do.
Oh. Ooh! You can gain a better understanding of what transpired in combat by checking the combat log. All actions performed by your characters are... Okay, yeah, that's fine.
I will do my duty. Indeed.
Let's go!
It's as good as done.
Okay, that's 6. Honestly, this looks like a game I'd play one day. I just hate reading. Hey, it's okay, man. It's okay. Let's expose weakness. Let's stand there.
I'll see to it personally.
Then let's go here.
Guided by faith.
Now, is there any reason why I would do Revel and Slaughter here? Winded status. Oh, so I can do running gun again. I see. Interesting. And Psychic Scream kill? Nice. Easy peasy. +5 toughness if their intelligence is less than 35. Oh, jeez. Is that you, bud? It is. Oh, jeez. Okay, dismantling attack. The operative immediately inflicts 1 exploit on all enemies in combat, then makes a free attack against the target. That attack always hits. Until the end of combat, the target of this attack suffers a -30% penalty to dodge and armor. Cool. Oh god. Okay, these are feats. That's a lot. First target, whenever the operative attacks an enemy is full of wounds, attack deals plus 10 plus perception bonus % more damage to that enemy. Which is what, 55? So we're looking at 10 plus 55% more, so 65% more damage. That's pretty good. Suppose weakness costs 0 AP. Tide of Excellence. Whenever the operative triggers an exploit on an enemy, the operative gains +1 damage and +2% armor pen until the end of combat. Only applies to the first projectile in a burst. Stack. Exposed weakness also reduces the enemy's toughness and willpower by -3 times int for 1 round. The operative attacks a target affected by exploit from a distance of 15 minus perception bonus, so cells. My current perception bonus is 5. So 10 cells or farther, attack deals plus 15% damage. Holy shit. I don't know if I can aim that far. Well, the operative's perception bonus is 10 or higher. They gain +1 AP. Yeah, I'm at 5? At 5. Target of analysis enemies has 2 or more exploits. The target gains +1 additional. Start of the operative's turn, the enemy with the largest number of exploits receives another exploit stack. If 2 or more enemies are tied for largest, one of these is chosen. While the operative is in half cover, their cover efficiency is increased by 15%. This bonus is doubled if the operative has not moved. Okay. Needs tactical knowledge. Okay. Whenever the operative hits an enemy that is affected by both an exploit and exposed weakness, that enemy loses -3 movement. Precise attack on a target affected by 10 minus int bonus, so 6 or more exploits and scores a critical hit. And scores a hit, it becomes a critical hit. Okay. Jesus Christ. Maybe we should just go with the recommended. There's a lot here. Oh, sharpshooter? Wait a second. Operative has not moved this turn. They gain +5 ballistic skill and plus int bonus divided by 2, so 2 damage on a single shot. Attacks for every 5 cells. Perfect spot, and additionally grants the operative perception bonus, 5 plus perception bonus, so 10% armor pen against targets that are 7 or more cells away. Okay, uncanny sight. Operative inflicts the exploit even on enemies which are out of sight at the start of the turn. That sounds really good. Oh, I can take... Wait, I thought I got these just for existing. I guess not. It gives me the option to take it? Wait. I thought by choosing Imperial World I just got all of these. I guess not. Now I get the option to take them, I guess. Cool. Oh, same with the Astra Militarum stuff. Oh. Okay. So the stuff we picked at the beginning of the game just gives us the option to pick it later. Gotcha. Okay. Expose weakness costs 0. That might be good. This is only good for the first hit of against an enemy. That's not good enough. Like, sure, but like overall, I need what will help me long term. Tide of Excellence will snowball, which I think is what I want to do here because it stacks. Snowballing is good. Daring Breach. Warrior immediately restores all AP and MP and gains plus agility bonus to MP until end of turn. Okay. I'm only gonna read the we think you should take these improvements. Whenever an enemy attacks the warrior's next melee attack against that enemy deals additional damage. Oh, that's nice. Warrior's melee attack deal additional 3 damage to enemies that have no allies. Okay. That's good for like a boss fight, I think. Enraged, if the warrior has less than 50% wounds, they gain plus 5 plus 5 plus 3, so 8. 13 crit chance. Okay, that's pretty good. Whenever the warrior is attacked, they gain plus 1 stack of Epicenter of Slaughter until the end of combat. At the start of their turn, the warrior gains plus 1 temporary wound for each stack. Thick Skin. Warrior gains 1 damage deflection. Their parry chance increased by 25% of warrior's total armor. Okay, that sounds like the best, because he's gonna just be on the front line. Oh yeah, look at that. So it's 80% chance to parry now. And 2 damage deflection. So we're going to want to put him in heavy armor eventually to get more damage deflection, so he can just stand on the front lines. He's going to be our tank. Okay, Psyker. We want you to... Oh, holy shoot, man. She has a lot more. We want to do Psyker stuff with you, so that means not looking at the operative things. Beginning of every turn, the Psyker allies gain plus 5 crit chance. First critical hit removes. All allies under this effect at least 1 psychic power gain additional... Okay, flawless plan. Every 9th successful dodge and or parry by the Psyker and their allies combined grant the Psyker 2 additional action points. First dodge attempt of every enemy in combat suffers a minus 14... or wait, it's Psyker's Psi rating. What's your Psi rating? Where do I see Psi rating? Each level's Psi rating gives the Psyker access to new... Okay, so I'm gonna assume it's 1 then. Aftershock. Every time Psyker deals mental damage from any source other than Aftershock, the target suffers half as much mental damage at the end of their next turn. Enemies that have taken damage from the Psyker at least once suffer minus 20% to all resistance. Enemies that have failed a willpower resistant test against any of the Psyker psychic attacks will suffer an additional direct damage every time they suffer mental damage. Jesus Christ. Ideal psychic power damage. Pain channeling. Kill an enemy's psychic power. Excess damage will deal to other enemies. Christ, man. There's so many. Features Minoris. Features Psyker level 10. Psyker level 30. Okay, so at level 10 I can get this. So that's a Psi rating thing, I guess? When the Psyker uses damaging psychic power and targets that are 6 cells or farther away, the target takes additional damage. Okay. Blade of Light. Force weapons deal additional damage and more armor pen. Force damage. Oh, that's Psi rating right there. I see it now. Okay, it's 1. Advice and guidance for Simon ally. No, you're all damage. Second sight. Psyker powers that have range of 2 cells or more have their range increase. Oh! That might be good. The first psychic power used each turn increases veiled degradation by 2 points less. Oh, okay. Psyker can use a damaging psychic power while being threatened by enemies in melee without provoking attacks of opportunity. Okay, we're taking that instead. You always want to take the Warcasting feat. Warcasting is amazing. Okay. Firearm Mastery. Soldier gains the ability to make a number of extra attacks equal to their weapon's rate of fire minimum 2 using the weapon attack that normally costs the least AP. These attacks do not spend AP. Okay, wonderful. Camaraderie, no. Cover efficiency is increased by plus 10%, full cover plus... Oh, by 10% for full cover and plus 20 for half cover. Okay. Whenever a soldier deals damage, their critical damage increased by 1% until combat. Okay. After the soldier deals damage to 3 different enemies, the soldier gains 10 plus 2 times ballistic bonus more damage for their next attack in the current combat. Okay. Rapid reload. Reloading costs 2 AP less, minimum 1. First reload in combat does not cost AP. That sounds really good. Soldier gains plus 3 plus AG bonus. Critical hit chance. This bonus is double against enemies from which the soldier is protected by cover at the moment of the attack. So we're looking at 7% crit. Do we have a crit chance somewhere that we can just read? Oh, here maybe? That's armor pen, that's range. I think cover efficiency might be good then. Well, she does damage to a lot of different foes in the same turn, so this might actually be good. Soldier gains more damage for their next attack in current combat. Or free reloads. We haven't needed to reload yet. Cover efficiency, I don't die as frequently, that'd be good. So it's cover efficiency or reload. Let's go with reload. Just in case combats start becoming longer.
Let us not dawdle. Is there money to be made? I always get the job
Heroic
done.
Vision is a product of warp energies that permeate the bridge. Metal thread.
The first sacrifice opens the eye. The second sacrifice draws its gaze.
You are here. But where is the Lord Captain?
Theodora von Valancius is dead. I found her in the Archmilitant in her study.
God Emperor preserve us. The rogue traitor is dead. The ship has lost her Lord Captain, and the house its head. No matter what ritual Kunrad is performing there, the warp is too strong. I cannot withstand it. I feel my body changing with every second. The warp is ringing in the air. This is the end. We will perish in the warp, along with the warrant and all the dynasty's heirs. The enemy of humanity has triumphed.
Bro. Okay. I'm the rogue trader now.
I've seen it before. We'd better get away from him. The changes are already accelerating.
I forbid you from the very thought of yielding. Only by resigning to your fate will you truly suffer defeat. Ship can still be stirred out of the warp, but first we must restore communication between the bridge and the navigator's sanctum. Perhaps the warp does not have to be the end. Yeah, number 2.
Then we have no right to bow our heads.
You can see Kunrag Voidogverd clearly in the gloom of the bridge. The broken blade he is holding is stained with dark drops that seem to have pearlescent glimmer.
We are out of time!
Etheltherd bites his knuckle desperately, thinking. You see a wave ripple across the whites of Etheltherd's eyes, and they begin to turn a sickly yellow. Voidogverd, you duplicitous cur! The rogue trader's death will be avenged!
What? Theodora is dead? No, that can't be. Not now. I still haven't.
The ritual will not be completed. I'll take care of it. And you, see to it that the void ship breaks free from the warp. Watch over our realm. And farewell.
Edelthrad, don't!
Your ritual won't be finished, heretic!
Beware the ire of the witch.
You'll make a suitable sacrifice.
Chaos spawn? Oh shit. Okay, you'll encounter enemies with various abilities. Okay, you already told me that. What? I can't see it? I can't see anyone? Oh, I can see him. I put myself in a horrible spot, I think.
I won't stand for it.
Oh, I can go over here and get the cutthroat. Shit. Okay, let's stand there.
I refuse.
Okay, never mind.
I don't need luck. I have strategy.
Is there a delay turn? It doesn't appear. Okay. That seems to be 0. What do you mean 0?
I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury! Emperor! This is unacceptable. Faith without deeds is worthless. Eradicated.
Okay.
It will be done. I took care of this one.
To use unique abilities called heroic actions or desperate measures, momentum is required. Depending on the actions of your high momentum allows a heroic act. Low value grants desperate measures. Both abilities can be completely change the course of battle. Okay.
At your beck and call.
Endure.
I serve the ruinous cause.
Just a minor setback.
Out of my way!
They who discern the future own the battlefield.
Ooh. Nice.
Pain cleanses the body.
Ooh. Okay.
High momentum.
Dismantling attack. Immediately inflict one exploit on all enemies in combat, then makes a free attack against the target. That attack always hits. Once until the end of combat, target of this attack suffers -30 penalty to dodge and armor.
You should feel honored to witness this.
Then let's probably take out the lower enemies, yeah? Nah.
I'll make it happen.
I'll be back.
Oh.
In no time. Don't you die on me now!
Okay.
My faith shields me.
Damn straight it does. Okay, run there.
I'll do it.
Kill him. Seems like he gets a free turn.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Get low.
I serve the ruinous powers!
Can I fall back now?
Can you fall back now? I don't know, man.
Was that you? Or... I've never felt pain like this.
Ooh.
Don't you dare leave us now!
This isn't looking good, guys.
Who if not me? It's as good as done.
None can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Louder.
Ah, we died to the Chaos Spawn. Okay. Reload. Hopefully it's not too far away. Ah. Wonderful. So we have to take out the enemies here. Okay. Let's go here, analyze.
Taking calculated risk is my second nature. I won't compromise my principles.
And take you out.
Another enemy down.
Let's run
I'll do
a
it.
gun. Then stand here. No.
I
Oh
will
fuck!
not.
I didn't. Okay, that's fine.
Doubt is for
Just
the weak.
attack those guys.
Each strike is
Oh,
a prayer.
nice.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
Oh, you dodged. Damn.
High momentum.
Victory is imminent.
Whoa! 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 All right. Charge.
Tried and tested tactics are the best ones.
Did I endure? No, I did brace him. Warrior restores all AP, MP, +3 MP. They do not lose MP after performing attacks. No limit on melee attacks.
Will rule the stars themselves.
Sounds cool. I'm already stuck in chaos range.
I'd rather not. It will be done.
Chaos guides me.
Pain and duty go hand in hand.
On it.
Okay, kill those guys, please. He's gonna toxic speed those two. And we just need to kill him. When Psychers reach deep into the warp, their power, their abilities, there's always a chance of the Empyrean bleeding into our reality, a factor that is invariably destructive and damaging. Beginning of combat, Veil degradation starts at 0. Okay, increases by 1 for each use of minor and 3 for major.
Stop mocking me. I bring ruin.
I'll make it happen.
He's gonna get a free attack.
I'll
Oh well.
see to it personally.
Ill fortune has found me.
Don't you die on me now.
That's fine.
High momentum.
Power resides in the will of the righteous. God Emperor, move through me. Be the fire in my heart. I'll do it. That is not the Emperor's will. As the Emperor commands, I act. I'll do it. I refuse.
Endure, my friend. Please.
Someone else can do this. I've suffered worse.
Who, if not me?
Minus 10 plus exploits times 5%. So we're looking at 15 times 5. Okay. That's good. Good enough. Let's go.
I'll make it happen.
Motherfucker.
Doubt is for the weak. I will not.
At least we have the soldier,
I'll do
man.
it. This is unacceptable.
Brace yourself, Abelard. I'm not interested. That's not the Seneschal's job. Not my worst day. Yeah.
Hold on! Stay with us!
On it.
Okay, you really have to hit.
It's
Come
as
on,
good
bro.
as done.
Alright, one more. One more.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
High momentum.
Keep your wits about
Jesus.
you.
Ooh, okay. Chaos spawns, not to be messed with. Blade shard. Blade made from mysterious metal that shimmers with unnatural colors. Mantle of Heroism requires iconoclast follower. Each heroic act used in battle increases wearer's dodge by plus 10% until end of combat. Gloves of Endurance. Whenever the wearer of these gloves gets an injury or falls unconscious, they gain +1 bonus to damage.
I always have a backup plan.
Is there any loot over here?
Yeah.
Loot.
Rival, Master Helmsman, systems status report.
By the Emperor, it's the Seneschal, living and breathing. Oh, well, there's a tricky question. The old place is so overgrown with foul wickedry, we'll be scrubbing it off the vid screens for throne knows how long.
We need to re-establish contact with the Navigator Sanctum. It's our only chance of escaping. Words seem to knock the officers out of their stupor, and the air around you fills with the voices and commands being issued. You hear someone sobbing, one of the survivors. Alberon cuffs the crying officer.
Restore the Vox channel to the Navigator's Sanctum. Ready the crew. Prepare for translation to real space. You may call me superstitious, but translation is not a good time to disregard rules. You are the only one who speaks for House von Valancius. You may not be the Lord Captain, but you, more than anyone else, deserve to take her place in the ritual that is about to commence.
What must I do?
Take the Lord Captain's seat. Order the final preparations. Wait for the officers to report. Oh, blast it all to the void! Translation is a craft, not something that can be explained in a tick. Just go up to the throne, Master. These people are about to do the impossible. The least they deserve is the solace of seeing a figure sitting in the usual spot. Oh, please, hurry. Every second we waste is a terrible risk.
Begin the ritual. The image before you is hazy, swaying in sorcerous currents invisible to mortal eyes, as if whatever's beneath this thin shell is constantly changing while still remaining the same. It's taken on the guise of Theodora, but the false rogue trader's eyes reveal the entity's true, surreal nature. One of Theodora's eyes is engulfed in otherworldly fire, the other a vessel of ancient evil pours into you. A voice seeps directly into your brain without ever reaching your ears, and this voice booms with all horrors of the world.
Mortal, who are you to oppose the very flows of fate? It matters not. Your footfalls are an echo of the sand pouring between the scales. Your hopes and faith are my mockery.
The vision lowers its head, its harrowing gaze boring into you. For but a moment, something changes in Theodora's expression. It almost looks like a shadow of fear. I've already resisted the temptation of warp once. Whatever you are, you will not cloud my mind with a new illusion.
Resisting the inevitable means only that realization and submission will bring greater torment. There is no power that can hinder the flows of fate.
This violent vowed to return with a trophy. A relic that could serve the edge of daybreak. That fate was assured, and the steps chosen. And yet, you broke the unbreakable when you took the aspirant's place. I see you. On the day when the final dawn rises over the Iron World, I see you by my side on that day. The day of my resurrection.
Your image is woven into the tapestry of things to come. I am the will of the weaver of destinies, and today I will weave a new thread of elusive possibilities and fickle chances. The thread that will lead you out of the maw of irreversibility. The thread that will help you find the keys to salvation. The thread that will guide you and the weapon of our return to me.
The path is set, child of the dawn. The thread is woven. Follow it, servant of mine.
Seneschal, the Navigator's sanctum is silent. The Vox signal is stable, which means...
The Navigator gave his life battling the storm that nearly claimed the Von Valancius flagship. We will honor his memory, along with that of all who died this day.
Seneschal, will you tell us now? Who is that? Where's the Lord Captain?
As First Officer, it is my duty to inform you, with the greatest regret and indelible sorrow, that Lord Captain Theodora von Valancius is dead. May her memory never fade from the annals of the dynasty. By right of blood succession, and with the absence of other kin who could challenge this decision, it is hereby declared that the successor to Theodora von Valancius is her heir, the rightful inheritor of the Warrant of Trade, and the title of Rogue Trader. The official ascension ceremony will be held at a later time. In the interim, have you lost your tongues? Hail your lord. It is because of his toils that we all still live. The deed is done, Master. My apologies. I meant to say Lord Captain.
That's fine.
The treachery of the Master of Whispers was fruitless, but victory came at a great cost. Lord Captain Theodora von Valancius perished along with her heir, Edelthrad, and thousands of crew members. Yet hope remained, for the second in line to the Rogue Trader dynasty survived. To hang the ancestral banners once again, and exact vengeance on the enemies of House von Valancius and humanity.
Very cool. Loading. Loading. Well then, your lordship. You had us worried for a few hours there. Albarad offers a thin smile. But after witnessing you fiercely rush into the fray on deck, the only thing that surprises me is how long you stayed on your feet. Your strength only left you once the fighting was all well over. Such fortitude is most admirable in a Lord Captain. You must now hold your first officer's briefing in your new role as Lord Captain. For many of those who are about to join us on the bridge, this will also be their first briefing. We sustained massive losses among the senior and middle-ranking officers. Some have had to be filled by deputies, deputy, while others go unfilled entirely, and now the deck clans are deciding who will take over. Okay. Have you succeeded in, what's the agenda? Reports on the condition of the ship and crew. The Lord Captain is not usually drawn away from her important affairs to attend such routine briefings, but this is unique. I am still receiving updates from across the ship, and they are not encouraging. Getting this bird to fly could take a gargantuan effort, even so far as you personally negotiating with the authorities of the system we're currently in. So prepare to hear a bevy of complaints and excuses, your lordship. Take this opportunity to get a good look at the officers who work 6 decks away from the bridge, and they in turn will have the honor of beholding the visage of their Lord Captain. Okay, summon them. The jester, Abelard, relays the order to the adjutants. Adjutants, yep. Adjutants? Whatever. A dozen pairs of eyes bore into you, the expressions revealing restraint, joy, curiosity, and wariness. Attention, officers! You have been granted an honor. Lord Captain Medvia von Valancius will personally conduct today's briefing. Our most gracious Lord Captain is ready to hear your reports. Perhaps you would introduce those present, Abelard. As you wish, your lordship. Abelard points to a tall, slender woman whose body seems to contain as many implants as it does flesh. Victus Suri Ota of the Tolimun line, our new Vox Master. It is with great honor to serve your lordship. The Vox Master offers a deep bow. Aboard this vessel, you have at your command thousands of crew and hundreds of officers and section chiefs. I am responsible for receiving, processing, and sending all communications between you and them, as well as external sources. I am your eyes and mouth, Lord Captain. Besides her is Raver, the Master Helmsman. He steers our ship alongside the course set by Lord Captain and monitors the void around us, to ensure that we do not stray into an asteroid field or pirate trap. The bearded man with pale, almost transparent skin, large dark circles under his eyes, and a dour expression that seems hardwired into his face, gives a sullen nod. Hello, Captain. This here ship's as good as home to me, so rest assured she's in safe hands. I'll die before I let her come to any grief. And lastly, our high factotum, Janice Downrock, who oversees supplies, procurement, and the general material well-being of the ship. It is an honor, your lordship. You may entrust me with all matters concerning your comforts. Everything will be done to the highest standard. In the second row, we have 3 officers charged with overseeing the ship's vital functions. The Masters of Ordnance is responsible for artillery aboard. The Furnace Master, whose crew work to prevent the extinguishing fires on the ship. And lastly, the Drives Master, servant of the Omnissiah. The 3 officers salute you, then Furnace Master does so with confidence, while the Master of Ordnance betrays nervousness. The Drives Master offers a salute resembling a dance involving the complicated manipulation of all the tech-freeze mechanandroids. Tentacle-like robotic limbs. Okay. That must be the tech guy then. Thank you, Abelard. Greetings to you all. I serve at your pleasure, Lord Captain. I wish to hear Furnace Master's report. Yes, Lord Captain. The tall young man bows his head in deference. I can report all fires across the decks have now been extinguished. The preliminary damage assessment in terms of material losses and crew casualties have been completed. The results have been submitted to the Seneschal and the High Factorum. The post passed to him from the previous Furnace Master, and his next 3 deputies expired in the line of duty. Alberard remarks in a low-pitched voice for ears only. The lad is managing well. He can take the heat, so to speak. High Factorum, what have you to report? We are toiling day and night to compile a full account of the losses. The task will require next to no involvement from your lordship. I will personally ensure that all damaged components are given to the tech priest's hands for attention, and that all lost supplies are replaced. There is only one resource that I cannot replenish single-handedly, and that is people. We have lost more than 2,000 crew members, and unfortunately this number is not confined to the scum from the lower decks, which are easily replaced, but also includes trained professionals. We will be able to make up for our losses on the nearest planet, Ryked Minoris. However, the planet, The whole system, in fact, belongs to the Winterscale Rogue Trader dynasty, and we can not simply begin recruiting on the planet without first coming to an understanding with the governor. In that respect, I am powerless. Negotiations at this level are a matter for the Rogue Trader. Especially true given Caligus Winterscale's penchant for attacking first and asking questions later, and the kind of thick-skulled thugs he usually installs as governors on his planets. Drives Master, I will hear from you now. A voice distorted by a Vox retranslator emerges from under the tech priest Scarlet Hood. Lord Captain, the foes set upon this noble void ship distorted the repositories of hundreds of machine spirits. The great warp ship engine entrusted into my charge is unharmed, thank the Omnissiah. But its spirit mourns its dead brethren. We have not yet identified a prayer protocol capable of assuaging its sorrow and anger. With great sorrow, I must also report that the Engine Seer Prime, Overseer and spiritual authority of all tech priests on board, fell in battle. The Magus was betrayed by the little flesh that remained a part of him. A most terrible loss. There is no one among my comrades whose whose experience and comprehension of the sacred protocols equals that of the fallen Magus. We require a replacement, and as soon as possible. I see, thank you. The tech priest bows. Master Helmsman, deliver your status report. Right you are, Lord Captain. To cut a long story short, the outlook is bleak. The ship sounds more or less, but without our Engine Seer Prime and Navigator, who fell in battle, we have no way out of the system. If we try so much as to tow inside the warp, we do not know what will happen first. Our warp drive being torn to pieces, or all of us melting into the bulkheads. Your Lordship, if you will allow me to interject, when we arrived in this system, my crew followed standard protocols and conducted a count of all the available communication channels in the region. One of them was a Navis Noble Light station. Ancient Organization of Noble Mutants. Okay, Navigators. The station maintains complete Vox silence, but even in its presence here inspires hope. To have located a navigator in the very same system is a credible stroke of luck. A terrible blessing. A true blessing. Not terrible, a true blessing from the God Emperor. If I were you, I'd grab this chance with both hands, or else you'll be eyeing up asteroids to use as a new residence. Ah, fuck. In slightly less shitty news, we can go around and around this system till our heads are swimming. As long as Promethium and supplies last, and any thick as grok shit lowlifes come sniffing around, we'll be able to take them out, so don't you worry on that score. Master of Ordnance, do you have anything to report? No. My job's simple. Maintain the arsenal and fire where I'm told. But just ask anyone. I've got no able crew. No, Lord Captain. Master of Ordnance, you forget yourself! So what? The ship's in ruins. Every second officer's dead. And now we've got a Green Lord Captain who's supposed to lead us to void knows where. Silence! Enforcer, seize this mutineer! If only one officer out of the whole lot has fallen to pieces, then that's not bad at all, your lordship. I do humbly apologize on behalf of the entire crew. What would you have us do with the Master of Ordnance, the former Master of Ordnance, I should say. Besides, find a replacement, that is, for we already have one lined up. Execute him. Wait. So we're going dogmatic, but I feel like executing him's a bad idea after we just lost so many people. So let's go with 3. Experienced Masters of Ordnance are few and far between, so for that reason he may remain in his post. I leave his punishment at your discretion, Abelard. 20 lashes a month for the next half cycle. Deprivation of officers' rations and privileges for the same period. The option to extend. Record that in his file. Abelard stares unblinkingly at the Master of Ordnance. Cease your sniveling, you disgrace yourself and your entire clan. Enough! The hysterics are over. Let us resume. The Master of Ordnance stands up, wiping the blood from his broken nose. His face is a picture of shock. What just happened seems to be dawning on him only now, in the knowledge of his fate he so narrowly escaped. To summarize, we have sustained serious losses in crew members and require a new Engineer Prime and Navigator. Is this all that is preventing us from continuing the voyage? Precisely, Lord Captain, but bear in mind that this will not be the end of our trials. The ship systems must be properly inspected for major damage, which we can only be carried out at Footfall Station, home to the only dockyard in the station. But we'll never reach Foothold without first solving these 3 immediate problems. Okay, thank you all for your reports. Dismissed. Assembled officers salute you. Your Lordship, there is one thing, a confidential matter of the utmost importance. Lady Theodora, your eternal esteemed predecessor, brought the ship here to the system for a reason. She's given a secret commission. You perhaps are wondering who has the authority to commission a Lord Trader to do anything. I shall tell you. The Lord Inquisitor, the Hand of the Emperor, the chief architect of his will in the Kronos Expanse. Okay, I came across a handwritten letter on Theodora's nest. It was signed XC. You're referring to the contents, I presume. Yes, quite right. XC, Xavier Calcazar. Lady Theodora was to seek out Lord Inquisitor's right-hand man, Heinrich von Kalix. An interrogator, you understand? All I know is he is somewhere in the system. We must find him and offer him whatever he requires assistance for, and then deliver him to Footfall in the Furibundus system. Finding him without any more information to go on will be difficult indeed, but an Inquisitor is an important individual. The authorities in the system, either the Navis Nobilite or the Governor of Reichhead Minoris, may know. That is all of it, your lordship. You have a great deal of work ahead of you, but it is mere taste of the daily burden of a rogue trader. Soon you must take up the reins of the Von Velasquez Protectorate. Abelard gives you another scrutinizing look, as if trying to gauge how long you will hold out under this mountain of problems. His face softens slightly, and seems he is about to offer some words. Adira, Sister Argenta, explain yourselves. The Psyker is suffering some ailment, or dark madness. She insisted on seeing the rogue trader. I judged it would be unwise to leave her unsupervised. I was also hoping to approach you with a personal request, but it can wait. Speak with me when you have time. Daybreak! If there is nothing else of value to... come to your senses. Damn it. Your lordship, here's the thing. I was trying to see the immediate future and it hit me so hard, my head's spinning. Maybe dawn, ringing, but if it's daybreak, why is it so dark? We cannot extract any information from single... Yeah, can you tell us anything else? No, not yet. Voices are going berserk, all shouting at once. I can't make any sense of it. A report, okay. Lord Captain, if you want me to take a closer look into your future, find me on the bridge. We can do so. If there's nothing else to report, I conclude this briefing concluded. Okay, so I think that we will end it there for our episode of taste testing, our look into Rogue Trader, a Warhammer 40k RPG. I hope you all enjoyed your time today. I certainly did. I know I will continue this in the future, but I don't know if I will stream or record it because doing all the voices makes me go lightheaded. So I appreciate you all stopping by and watching, and I hope to see you all in the future. I hope I hope you have a good day, and I hope to see you in the future. Have a good day now. Bye-bye.